Thank you, everyone, for bearing with us. We're going to go ahead and actually get started.
Oh, yeah.
And we have an act of God. We'll do the intro, then we'll do the act of God. Far above Dotun's Rock, a hidden village of winged elves and birdfolk celebrates. Their home, once ensnared in the choking roots of the morass, is free. But danger yet looms over the people of Kryor. Vindur, sovereign of the skies, will stop at nothing to bring them to heel, and his soldiers, the Knights of Terra Nimbus, are coming. A wind blows from the west, and the rain cloud of Kryor drifts east towards the horizon, seeking the place where the sun rises. There they hope to find the Court of Stars, where the Titan Raelta reigns. If she will hear their plea, perhaps the people of Kryor can find safety and freedom at long last. Now the quest for the Book of Dawn rests from their battle, but even in sleep, peace eludes them. Has everyone had the opportunity to take a long rest?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Great. Everybody roll a d20.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Highest gets to roll for the act of God.
Yeah, ain't gonna be my responsibility.
And just go ahead and call those out since we're not on the battle screen at the moment.
I got a 7.
4.
I got an 11.
I am having difficulty rolling.
/R D20 in the chat.
No, I can't get.
Oh.
Not in the right window.
I launched the game.
I'm trying. I'm on my account page. How do I actually find this?
Going
My games. Hang on.
We're almost there. We're almost there. Right now, I believe Josh is in the lead with a roaring 11.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a fabulous 11.
Tremendous roll.
Huge, putting up
Nice.
some absolutely huge numbers.
Stonker.
Absolute stonkitude.
My
It's
name
pretty
is
cool
Jeff.
that you can
Okay.
just roll it with a modifier.
Right?
Sorry, everybody.
It's pretty easy. It's nice that, yeah, you can do all that stuff. And the fact that it automatically rolls the damage, etc. is super handy. Once you-
Oh! It's a tie. 11-11.
Okay, roll off the two of you. Run it back.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
I declare
Once we roll
war.
a nat... Oh, you rolled a nat 20. I rolled a What? Josh rolled a nat... We both rolled 11s and then we both rolled nat 20s?
This is
How does
already the
that
most.
work?
This is the most cursed session. This is immediately.
What? What? Why are we wasting our nat 20s on that?
I feel robbed.
I regret to inform you the session is cursed. Nothing good can come of this.
We roll again?
Run it back.
Please, after you. A 6. This has got to be beatable.
I believe in you, Josh.
It's taken forever to roll the dice. No!
Stop.
Not another
It's-
6!
No.
Something
No.
is broken.
The system is
What?
This is
broken.
not
The system is
possible.
broken.
What's going on
I don't
here?
Hold on,
Wait
hold on.
a second.
Somebody else roll. Literally, anybody who's not these two, somebody roll. If you get a 6.
No, a 19. All right.
19.
All right, I'm gonna...
Okay.
Okay,
You roll again. Roll again.
we broke it. We broke it up. We broke up the bad juju.
16.
12!
Okay,
That is
That was-
ridiculous.
How did what?
chat. I'm gonna show you
How did
this in
that
a
happen?
moment. I've been fixing the overlay for chat mode, but apparently I have to pull it up right the hell now. Give me one moment.
What the fuck?
Okay, chat. Here's evidence. All right.
What is the statistical?
That's absurd.
11, 11.
1 over 20 times 1 over
20.
20 times 1 over 20 times 1 over 20,
Yeah.
technically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Holy hell. Okay,
Well,
I don't want to think about what just happened. But congratulations, Lysha, roll a d20.
Wait, I thought that Josh rolled lower than me, but I will.
You know what the
Yeah,
odds
you
of that-
won.
No,
You won.
because the two of you tied, and then
Oh,
in
I
the
win.
final tiebreaker, you won.
I got it. All right. I don't know if I want to win. I rolled a 6.
Okay. Fuck, what do I even do with that?
Oh no.
Is this your like table of gods?
Am I afraid of
Yeah.
nature again?
No, all of that was from the wild surges. the gods, their whims may be random, but they have their own agendas, and I don't know about
So
one.
yeah, it's a 1 in 8,000 chance. Actually, I was right. I just banged the numbers
1
together.
in
1 in
8,000.
8,000. Now randomness is incredibly hard to create,
Mhm.
right? Even like computer programs, sometimes like they have ways of just like spinning a reel, and whenever you click it, it's that. Like it's like a manufactured kind of randomness. So it is still incredibly unlikely. I mean, yeah, you can factor in like multiple people or whatever, but no, just getting those 4 results one after another is yes.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So gambling time.
I know. Let's
That's a
go.
bad thing.
Well, we can't go to Vegas, so guess we'll fuck ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 3 things that I have to handle now at this point because of the sequence of events that just unfurled. The first thing I have to do is we have a leftover active god from last time, then I have a scene that I had built in, and then I have the new active god we just rolled. So, okay.
Pog? Anybody?
Yeah. Any poggers in chat? All right. Before we get started, do any of you do anything the night that you return? You know, victorious, having slain a dragon, and as the village of Kryor floats away, you finally get some sleep after just this absolutely unbelievable sequence of events. Do you do anything that night, or do you just crash?
I think we're all crashing.
Yeah, I'm
At
crashing.
least at least.
Do we
Thoras
only
is-
have the night?
Oh, you'll have several days of travel.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
I mean the only the night to rest.
I mean, you can eat, drink, and then sleep, and then do stuff the next morning.
Okay, that's great. If I can do stuff the next morning, it'd be good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There will be many opportunities to do stuff and things.
Dope.
All right.
Before she goes to sleep, Lysha's going to spend some time communing with elemental forces so that she can learn how to call them at will.
Mm.
Okay.
Nobody asked.
Okay.
Adding some story to my new spells. Fight me.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right. You're particularly close to some of the elements, less so to earth up here, but air and water are very close nearby.
Excellent.
Did sorry, Joe,
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
remind me what decision did they come to at the end of at the end of like the day before? You know, when the leaders were talking? Did they say where they were going at the end?
Yes, you're seeking out the Court of Stars,
Quite right,
Vindor's
yep.
daughter, Raelta.
I remember.
They're not sure how to get there because the court is hidden. Right now, their plan is to head east and keep going east until they reach the place where the sun rises, and then keep going east from there. In the hopes that they'll basically find the morning star, and that'll be their way to get there.
Flat Earthers.
Exactly. Earth is flat, confirmed. Eren.
Me.
Yes. The wind blows in from the east, borne by the rising sun through sheaves of golden wheat. You smell the sweet smell that the grain gives off when the harvest is coming soon. You feel the wind at your back as you run. You are much, much shorter than you were when last you fought the dragon. The grain nearly comes up to your eyes as you're running through this field. And there are dark wings on the wind. You hear a voice calling your name. Do you do anything, or do you follow it?
Yeah, I follow the source of the voice.
Okay. It carries you west, towards the shadows of the mountains where the hobgoblin warbands dwell. All the folk in your village tell stories about them and their great temples that cling to the rock walls and the terrible iron of their swords. You run. Fear and blood gather in the air around you. You see bloody footprints. You know that they're your footprints. They lead you towards a ravine just outside of town. A place where the sun does not reach. A deep place, cold. Above you, the shadow of carrion crows falls over the golden wheat, chasing you towards the ravine. Following you, to the ravine, leading you there. You hear a scream. At the edge of the ravine, you see bloody handprints on the rock, a place where someone slipped. Deep grooves are carved into the rock. You feel blood around your neck, a hand choking you. As you stand over the ravine, you feel the air being squeezed from your lungs. Crows gather around you. They circle overhead. They scream into the ravine below your feet. And the ravine screams back in a voice you have not heard in many, many years. What do you do?
I dive into the ravine.
Of course.
Okay. As you dive in, the smell of blood is overwhelming. You are falling into the darkness, and there, as you're falling, you feel the wind whipping past your face, and you feel your stomach drop out from under you, and yet the ravine itself is moving so slowly. You feel the terrible speed of your descent, but everything's passing you so slowly. You see your mother clinging to the rock, covered in blood, hers and yours. Her eyes stare up at you as you descend towards her in fear and disgust. What do you do?
I'm falling, right?
Yes.
I'd probably reach out towards her and call out as I fall.
Okay. She hesitates as she looks up towards you, her hand half out as if trying to decide. You see fear for her life and fear of you locked in combat within her. But then on the other side of the ravine, you see someone else. A young boy from a little village, clad in old, hand-me-down, ill-fitting armor. Broken and bleeding,
Oh, no.
and looking at you with fear and horror in his eyes.
Oh, Jesus. The kid.
You fragged him, man.
Even as you're falling, and your mother is half reaching her hand out, half closing it into a fist, you see him on the other side watching you. What do you do?
Is he falling or just...
No, he's like, his body is broken on the rocks.
If I could go, or if I could go in a direction of either of them, probably the kid I fragged.
Okay.
So if I could fall that way, I guess I
Mhm.
would.
Okay. Your shoulders itch and then burst into a horrible pain as your wings unfurl and the wind catches in them and you soar towards the young warrior. And he looks up at you and coughs up a little bit of blood. There's an axe lodged in his back that he's fallen upon. He looks at you, waiting. What do you do?
I use healing hands.
Okay.
Yeah, I
right.
guess I'm trying to save this kid in my dreams.
Okay.
What do you do? Frag? No.
Frag him again.
Refrag. Run it back.
Teabag him.
Yeah, if I have
Oh my god.
this fucking tombstone in the rest of the way down the ravine. No, I think if it's a choice between him and my mother,
Mhm.
I choose the kid that I fragged.
Okay.
Wait, what?
And zip.
There's some character development there.
As you reach out towards him, the light gathering around your hand shines in his eyes. And far below you, in the mist-shrouded darkness of the ravine, you see, as if reflected in a pool of water, a single star. And when your hand touches the young man on his shoulder, the world flips on itself. And you're standing on the mirror-smooth waters of a lake. In the sky above you, a great ribbon of light in 1,000 colors, shimmering in curtains, dances across the sky. Above
press
you,
A to wish upon a star.
yes,
You get a star fragment.
exactly.
Nice.
You see 1,000 stars blazing in the sky above, and they're speaking to each other in ringing voices. And you feel the words in each beat of your heart and in your bones, and in the heartbeat of your traveling companions, who you can't see, but you can feel their presence.
I can smell Thoras. To be
You
fair.
can smell
Yeah,
Thoras from a
yeah.
mile away, you know.
Yeah.
Baths are dishonorable in Goliath culture.
100 das. That's what his name means.
And this is what they say to you. And I will write this out for you later. East and thrice more east, through bitter songs and ravens' feast, through pride and fear and autumn's gloam, the crown of morning calls you home. And then there's an odd, chilling wind that blows through, and it sort of clouds everything else out. You smell perfume or flowers, perhaps? It's kind of nice. It reminds you of some of your wilder nights out on the town. It has nothing to do with anything you're experiencing. And a moment later, you just wake up. And all four of you, when you wake up the next morning, Lysha, you don't have to sleep, you just have to trance. So when you emerge from your trance, you find on whatever surface is near you, the rest of you find under your pillows huge violet flowers folded over in the shape of envelopes.
Hmm.
And you smell
Oh,
this
that's
strange
right.
perfume.
Interesting.
I'm going to investigate the flower. Is it simply a flower?
It's far larger than any flower you've likely seen yourself. Do you have any skill in nature at all?
I do.
All of us have.
Yeah, I do actually.
All of us have this.
Yes, every single one of you.
An individual one.
Yeah,
Oh.
Can I take a peek at that flower as well?
absolutely. Roll nature check.
Okay.
14?
14. This flower did not grow in the mortal world. This flower only grows in the shadow of the forests of the Unseelie Court, in the Feywild, in the land of the fairies.
Okay. Okay. Can I peek it over to see if it appears booby-trapped before I open it?
As far as you can tell, it just appears to be a flower.
Thoras nibbles at the.
Thoras, it tastes rather foul.
Hmm.
Mm.
Funny type of meat.
Do I recognize the flower as a particular kind of calling card of a cult or a group of people, or is it heavily associated with being a symbol of some kind?
Well, you're a lore bard. You can make almost any sort of check you want. What sort of check? A history would let you know if it's connected to any particular political group or faction. Religion would let you know if it's a cult. Nature might show some of it, or Arcana might reveal some of its symbolic. And what the fuck did you roll? What is this?
That's right. You can get to me in a sec, but I rolled a nat 20 on nature check.
And then I roll my history check to try and see if it's
Okay.
related to anything that I remember.
Yes,
I think I know what this is.
This is a token of the Unseelie Court of fairies. The Fae
Okay.
who dwell in the darkness, who delight in the wild spaces of the night. They are untamed, they are unfriendly, they are dangerous. No more good or evil than the Seelie Court, but much more predatory and aggressive.
Okay. Would I?
you
Does that
guys
mean that
don't-
I would assume that was a bad sign.
Well, you're not sure because it's folded like an envelope.
Right.
I want to get to Mitch, and then I want to get to Bren, and then Ash. Did you have a question as well?
No, I think we're
All right.
we're good.
Mitch, you rolled a natural fucking 20 on a nature check.
Listen, man, when it comes to the flower, good boy, who knows?
You once had a dalliance with an elven lass who, like, she took a lot of drugs and danced in the woods and that sort of stuff, the fun kind. And she happened to she knows exactly, or she had one of these flowers. It comes from the court of Flamnach, who is a fairy enchantress, infamous to the Huldra Wood Elves.
So that religion check, if I don't know if that would have done anything for me.
It absolutely will, but I want to get to Bren first because he was asking something. What were you saying, Bren?
I'm gonna say you don't remember when none of you remember at all. Am I the only one that remembers this?
Well, when we
And Thoras wasn't even in the campaign. Thoras in character. Listen, this is just a flower. Thoras opens the envelope.
It has some words written on it. I have unlocked this for all of you in your journal. If you open Roll20 and look in the journal, each of you has what it says in or written on the flower.
Where's my journal?
Ah,
thank you.
So,
What a pretty looking
I
pansy.
see it.
was everyone able to find it?
So this is the wedding that we failed to attend previously, of the phase that we found at the side of the road.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Well done.
shit.
Okay.
This is very much on the nose, and I appreciate that because last time you guys just didn't want anything to do with it. I like how direct this is. It's an invitation. You can't say no. It's very rude if you say no.
This is in reference to when we turned down the fairies because we had shit to do in Dotain's Rock and they wanted us to come to their fucking festival.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also they're pretty fucking.
Huh.
They're kind of they're fey. They're mercurial. You don't know whether they're going to be good or bad to you. Time was passing very differently over there.
Lysha doesn't know how to feel about her note.
Okay, but
Well,
you.
Thoras reads the note, and Thoras wants in. He is ready to drop everything. The only thing he sees is the word strength. That's the only word he understands. He actually can't read. He sees strength, and he's like, "Who sent me this? I want to fight him."
Hey, so Thoras, Alika, as soon as you emerge from your chambers, Alika comes in and she's got this big purple flower. She says, "Thoras, I was told to read this to you if you hadn't read your own, or if you possibly couldn't read.
Hmm.
Did you
Go on, little dwarf. I did.
Okay, were you able to read it?
Can you?
I see strength. What does the rest say?
I think that's about the gist of it. You're invited to a wedding."
Never been to a wedding.
It's a pipe bomb, Harry.
Fuck.
Tell me, Olika. Are there strong people at weddings?
I'd say very much yes. At this one, at least.
Thoras has much to think on.
The prize is a very strong, powerful weapon.
I mean,
Olika, could you recite the entirety of the Communist Manifesto, please?
I know a few things by Tolkien and maybe a little bit of Shakespeare. That's about it.
Eren has strong reservations about going to this thing. When he reads this the note that he got, kind of shits himself.
So the four of you, after your night's sleep and this very, very odd event, you gather, I assume, at breakfast that's being served out for you. And it's a much more modest affair than the feast a couple of nights ago because they've been trapped in this one location for a while. They haven't been able to hunt and procure supplies as much because they need to avoid being detected. So it's a more humble breakfast, but it's still there for you. And everyone's gathered around. They're serving various sorts of tea and pure, clean, the nicest, freshest water you've ever had. I'll do the reading of the Alika. Maybe Alika readings will be a sub goal. But yeah. So a lot of you gather around at breakfast. Does anyone mention these things? What do you do?
I'd like to mention that before I sit down and before I leave my room, I'm going to destroy this letter.
Okay.
I'm going to commit it to memory, but destroy the letter. I'm going to tear it up as small as I can.
All right.
It mentioned my other name, my hidden alias from the party, and so I must destroy it for fear that they actually find out.
All right.
Thoras will just assume that he was the only one that was invited because he's Thoras and he's the strongest. So it would make sense that they would only invite.
Yeah, I think Eren doesn't really want. Eren's not going to start a conversation about it. He's probably going to try and avoid this matter as long as he can.
Lysha would start a conversation about it.
Of course, Lysha would start a conversation about it. I'm gonna leave it up to each member of the party whether Stream can see their letters or not. I specifically wrote them different to each one of them, so it'll be up to you lot.
Stream can see my letter. Yeah.
All right.
I have no problem with them seeing my letter.
Yeah, they can see mine as well.
Yeah, I'm down for them to see it. I don't want the rest of the party to
No,
see it, though.
the rest of us can't look at it. Yeah.
Yep. This is
So
player
don't look
knowledge.
at stream for a little bit,
Yep.
guys.
This is
Actually, while you show that, I'm gonna grab an orange bar.
perfect.
I'll give me one.
Okay.
Made these orange bars, which you put. Didn't realize that oranges have way more sugar than like lemons and limes and stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like 100 grams of sugar in one of these pieces. It's
yeah.
fucking crazy, dude. Would rot my teeth off. Think of lemon bars, chat, but she just substituted it with orange. Ashley's been doing a bunch of baking lately, and I'm benefiting. Well, I'm benefiting. My physique is suffering, but so good. No, we're not roommates. We're partners. We're in a relationship. We live together.
Is that an XQC joke though?
Yeah, probably.
Oh fuck! Okay, right. It's been a while. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Chad, I'm not sure how that looks to you. You should be able to read that.
I don't know. Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
You can't even tell we're in the same house because this fucking barrier got up.
All right, and then you just tear yours up and eat it, right? Obviously, you're going to eat it to destroy the evidence.
Obviously you'd eat it.
Thoras,
This is a
Thoras,
flower, right?
Yeah, it's a flower.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it all to pieces, like all of the petals.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna use my mage hand, which I now
Let's
have,
go.
Mhm.
to pick it all up and take it as far out the window as I possibly can, and
Mhm.
scatter them one at a time in a 30-foot radius from each other.
Wow,
Jesus,
neurotic much?
in depth. Thoras is going to look at everybody's fingernails to see if there's any remnants of.
Really, really, Detective Thoras.
Yeah. I mean, Thoras is known for his detective work in the wastes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going
that
to roll
checks
a
out.
perception roll, and it was a 13.
It was the autumn of '49 when I found him.
Yeah.
Okay. Honest answer, Josh. Would Allan have washed his hands before breakfast?
Yeah, he's noble born. He's quite particular about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that checks out.
Mm.
All right. And he did the whole,
I
Yeah.
showered before
20
breakfast, or
seconds.
bathed, or whatever.
Wait, so
the
while I
equivalent
was
is.
gone, did he lie? And if he did lie to us, can I make an insight check?
he did not lie.
I did not lie.
He
Don't
just
assume things.
he did.
I was just fucking with. I was just messing with.
Seemed
him.
like it could be in character.
That's fair.
Metagaming by saying Thoras intentionally looks for petals under the fingernail.
Yeah,
All right, what is the discussion then that Lysha brings up?
Yeah,
Yeah, how does Lysha bring this up?
Hi, I'm back. I'm ready to stir up some shit.
Sits down at breakfast. Were you lying, Alan?
Where are the drugs?
Let me see your fingernail. Excuse. All right, so she'd probably sit down, assuming, like, I don't know, if she was the last person to sit down, she'd just start the conversation immediately. Otherwise, she'd, eat her food and wait for everybody to be sitting down. And then, hey, you Dresden Levin. No. She'd say,
Is that a boomer reference?
no, it was a nerd reference. Re-earn your nerd card.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Fragged.
Owned with facts and logic.
Facts don't care about my feelings.
All right. So no, she'd probably say something along the lines of, so did you all get your invitations to the Unseelie wedding as well?
Eren slams his pot of coffee down and just looks at Lysha, and then looks at the rest of the table to see what their reactions are.
Thoras received an invitation to a wedding, but I don't think you were invited. It's only for the very strong.
Eren can't understand this. Why the fuck is Thoras invited? He was not with us at Dotain's Rock at all. This guy just come out of the wall.
Thoras is the strongest.
What is
Makes
this fuck-
sense.
This
Thoras
is
didn't
fucking
kill the dragon.
cheek clapping clout that I got from fucking slaying the dragon, and he still gets invited, bro.
Thoras Thoras gave the kill to Eren.
Thoras, have you had any dealings with the Fae in the past?
Fairies,
What?
Thoras, little wings. Can't eat them.
Oh, they don't all have wings.
No.
Is it not disturbing to any of you? I'm going to continue eating and just looking down at my food. Is it not disturbing to any of you that they know exactly where we are and what we're doing at all times? We met these people, God, it feels like years ago.
Well, it's more disturbing that they want to invite us to this wedding after we've been out here for a while now.
Oh, they are
I think.
Fae. It's not surprising that they know. Admittedly disturbing and unsettling for sure, but they will certainly know.
How many years of our life do we lose if we go back into their realm again?
How many do we lose if we don't?
Well, a good point. Time was quite fucky there.
Thoras is quite sure that I cannot have 3 +1s to the wedding. Why do you all think you are going with Thoras?
Thoras, you are our +1. You are just too big and bulky for any of us to carry anybody else there.
What?
You've never met these people before, have you? Do you even know who sent you the letter, Thoras? Can you read?
Yes.
What was the letter? Read it out to me. I'm gonna try and prod the letter in his hand.
Should we all
Read it.
read our letters aloud?
I don't have the letter with me.
You don't. Oh well, I'm just gonna prod you. Read your letter.
Eren's
I
never had
ate-
coffee come out of his nose before, but
Why don't you read
this-
your letter, Alan?
Letters are private. I can read. You know that.
Thoras knows why he doesn't read letter. Because he can't read, but also because he didn't get an invite.
Yeah, it's very amusing.
Right,
Very
well, we've
amusing.
not discussed the details of this, so if Alan can prove that he knows the details of this invitation, then he has definitely received an invite.
Well,
Well-
I'm not in the habit of proving myself. I shan't come if you don't think that I was welcome.
Well, so long as you can proffer it at the gates, I don't think it should be a problem.
Why are we? When is this happening? Spring's dawning. How far from that? How far from now is that? I look at Lysha.
Fairies! I'm ready for the wedding.
Oh,
Thoras, you moron! It's in the Fomar woods. We need a plan to be able to get there in the first place. What are you planning to do? Walk there? We're in a fucking cloud.
Alan, your knowledge of fairies is very dumb.
Thank you, Thoras.
They can appear anywhere at any time. Like right now.
I look around.
all right. Well, it didn't work, but his principle's not incorrect.
Have you not learned summoning Fae?
I can
No.
conjure my minor elementals, but I'm not quite smart enough.
Why would we be summoning them when we are the ones being summoned? Hello.
Exactly.
How long do we have until we have to be
All
at
right,
this thing?
so to bring that up to speed, it's sometime in February right now, which means that you have a couple months.
Oh, I could summon a Fae spirit, but I didn't
Do we
prepare
actually-
that today.
Do we know where Fomar Woods is compared to where we are currently? Like, I mean, we're in the sky, but like
Right.
compared to like
Yeah.
Dotain's Rock and the places where we began, is it roughly in that kind of general area?
Yeah, it lies to the south. It's to the southeast of the Northern Kingdoms. Sort of it's what lies between here and Amonkroc. It's what exploded at the end of the last adventure in Dotain's Rock, with that last wild surge that made it grow twice the size, and then plagued all the heroes of Arc 2, Tiberius and company.
That was the forest.
Yeah, but it had doubled.
You mean my home forest?
Yes, your home forest.
This wedding is in my home forest?
Yes, and
We fucking going, fam.
Oh, that's where you lived, is it?
Listen, we have months for me to figure out how to get out of this completely and never have to ever think about fairies again.
Hmm.
Well,
We
you
can-
see, I
we
have
can-
another interest in us going. My people don't always get along with the Fae, and I'd very much like to be there to ensure that there's no problems.
What makes you an
Lysha-
ambassador to the Fae?
Hmm.
Well, they're going to be having their wedding in my home forest.
Do you own the entire forest?
Well, no, but I am in the wild to represent my people.
Hmm.
Now that Eren's sort of wound her up and got her going, he can focus on his breakfast without anyone else trying to address him.
deflect,
Lysha,
deflect,
are all of-
deflect.
Lysha, are all of your people like you?
My people are infinitely wiser.
Wiser than you?
Hmm.
Well, perhaps I shall get along with them. Maybe we should go.
Eren does not want to go.
That's not very nice, Al.
Yes, well, hardly not
Shouldn't-
niceties
so-
yourself either.
Out of
Shouldn't-
game, how
shouldn't
long
say
is there
that.
until this occurs in
It's
Earthling years?
it's like the 1st of May is what it corresponds to, and we're roughly halfway through February in game time.
Okay, got it.
So again, you've got like 2.5 months.
I
It
am
seems to me
infinitely
like-
wiser than you, and they are infinitely wiser than me. So it would benefit you to come.
Hmm.
He's got you there, Alan. Yeah.
Right, absolutely 1-0'd, I believe, as they say in elven culture. Well, it seems to me like we have enough time to be able to sort out our business here and head back towards that kind of direction. But hopefully we can have the entire thing tied up by then.
We still have 3 artifacts that we need to uncover to enter the realm of Kryos. I mean, and this is on the assumption that we have time for what I would consider to be a minor dalliance.
Well,
whilst
now
we
that
have-
Thoras is here, we'll do it in no time at all.
Disrespecting the Fae is probably a very bad idea for our own health and safety.
That is true. On that
I think
we
it's
agree.
inevitable, Eren. I think it is simply inevitable.
I,
Why don't you want to go so much anyway?
why?
Got something against the Fae?
No, I mean, they're just not very
You
attractive.
loved one and left one,
They're not,
didn't you?
they're not very attractive.
Very in character for
Why,
you.
why would we go to a wedding? I mean, the
You fucked a
bridesmaids are-
Fae?
No, we're
I
not.
think he
mean,
did.
Ha!
This is not interspecies fucking reviewers, mate. I have.
Did you leave an angry
Listen,
Fae
I
woman
like bridesmaids,
behind?
but Fae bridesmaids, I don't really think so, because when I want to leave in the morning, they prevent me from leaving the house. I would never escape. I mean, this is not worth it. Thoras, would it be worth it if you tumbled with a Fae and then had to look at them every day for the rest of your life? A Fae person.
Well, depends how strong they are.
I believe that
They
is called
have
marriage.
otherworldly beauty. It is considered
Listen,
perhaps
if
the most
Thoras,
aesthetically pleasing there is.
if Thoras tumbled with them, Thoras would beat them, and if Thoras didn't beat them, Thoras would stay until he beat them.
Alan, he doesn't understand what I mean by tumble, does he?
I don't believe he does. No.
Okay.
Wrestling, mud wrestling, right?
Yes,
yes,
that's right, Thoras.
yes,
Sorry,
yes,
sorry,
yes,
it's-
yes. Okay,
See?
now, on to serious business in terms of things we must accomplish before then. Getting out of this accursed cloud area is a good idea. Now,
Before we visit the celestial court,
okay. Well,
Start.
Lysha, let me ask you this question. Do you understand how to get to the celestial court? No. Therefore, any direction is as good as any other direction.
Alan, you do
So-
understand that this giant cloud is currently moving in that direction as we speak.
In a direction, not the direction, or at least not as far as we know the direction. What I'm saying is we should influence a direction to be our direction.
you are particularly disagreeable this morning. Did you
I like
sleep
east.
well?
East is good. We
I
keep
did.
going east.
For one of the first times, I did
Alan,
sleep
you're
well.
very angry.
I'm not angry. I have an entirely full bag of holding full of gold that has a dragon waiting for it.
Alan, when I'm
Are you
angry,
truly
I
giving it all
like
to
to
the dragon?
punch
I
things.
never expected you to be such a man of your word.
We have a debt to Siva, and my God, it pulls on my soul every day. I must be rid of this accursed curse.
Every day that
You are,
she
in
doesn't have
fact,
this gold, I
cursed.
feel like years are being lopped off my life. It's a fucking water dragon.
That is because you are cursed.
Yes. Well, unless you have a good idea of how to undo the curse, I suggest we pay the fucking dragon.
I actually do have
You
a good
do?
idea of how to undo the curse potentially. Today hang on, I have to find it on my character sheet. Mm,
The reality is that the Arakokra
Oh no, that's a
believe that the Court of Stars is in this direction if they go as far east as east goes. That is the most
No.
current and the most reliable, and I say that lightly, information that we have access to about where this place is.
But a short detour towards Siva surely could not help. We dump some gold, we head in the right direction, perhaps consult her, maybe she has some information. It simply cannot help, and I must be
Why
free.
Why are you
Damn it.
going to
I
the
only know
sea?
lesser restoration, not greater restoration.
What? Why are you going to this Siva?
Damn it.
Why? I don't
Thoras,
understand.
Thoras, you failed to kill the dragon that we met most recently. How would you like a second try?
I'll tell you what, Thoras, I'll let you have this one.
We owe
I
a
won't-
large debt to a dragon, and it will only be fulfilled if we pay our debt, which thankfully we have far too much money to have to worry about that.
Unless
Or
we
we
pay
kill
the
the
debt.
dragon.
We kill it
Oh,
and take
yes.
it back.
Does wanting
I would
to
quite
kill
like to kill the dragon.
not cause psychic damage? I'm just wondering, because that kind of feels like it goes counter to the whole I have to pay the dragon back thing.
Well,
I mean,
in character,
Unless
I
you
don't
can
know that.
play him back and then kill him.
I have a deep resentment towards this dragon for apparently cursing me in the first place, since you told me it was a
Thoras
curse.
is confused. You what?
Thoras.
Top tier, bro.
Many months ago, we were in the service of a dragon. It was horrifically fucked up. A water dragon, you see. Not wings, but fins. The dragon told us that we would be allowed to escape if we gave them X amount of gold. I think we lied and said that we were going to get some gold. I can't remember the
It was
specifics.
1,000 or something. Yeah.
Yes, 1,000 gold pieces. Now, in this, I'm going to jiggle the bag of holding. I'm going to finally pull it out and jiggle it in front of everybody. In this bag is a lot more than that money. A lot more than that money. And I'm going to secrete it away again. We need to get that back.
But Thoras doesn't understand. If you bring a dragon money, it will just take all of your money.
Well, we only give the dragon the specific amount of money. How about you hide with the rest of the money, then go and pummel the fucking dragon's head in and get that money back? I'm not fond of the dragon. I just must give it this money.
Thoras cares not for money, but Thoras also cares only about self-preservation and increasing my own strength and power.
Well, kill the dragon then.
Preservation is the newest word I learned.
Oh, what if we brought a dragon head as a gift to the wedding?
Now, wouldn't that be something? Ah.
Thoras's
This
gift
is assuming you
is
think we
himself.
can just get down off this cloud
Thoras,
whenever
you said
we
you wanted
please.
to demonstrate your strength to them. Bringing them a dragon head as a wedding present would surely make you the mightiest of wedding guests.
Thoras will wrestle everyone at the wedding, and that is Thoras's gift.
Eren, I understand that it may be difficult to change the course of the cloud, but leave it to me. I think I can be quite persuasive.
I'm happy for you to handle that.
Are we
not
agreed that
going
this
to
would
the
be a
Court
good
of
idea?
Stars, then?
We are going to the Court of Stars. We're just taking a small trip towards the Dragon's Lake first.
Perhaps we should find out how short it is. You
Yeah,
know what?
I
You know
don't
what, Alan?
think that the people of this island would agree to that.
Is there any harm in seeing?
Possibly
We
they
may as
might
well
give
try.
us some mounted, winged steeds to take our own detour, but I highly doubt
Sure.
they would let us.
But worth a try nonetheless,
Well, I-
Lysha, yes?
Listen, Alan, you go talk to the leaders of Arakokra. Ask them
No.
if they're amenable to a, as you put it, very short, very cursory
Very short.
detour.
Very
And then
cursory.
we can be on our way. Yes, we'll see what they say.
You see, I know that if I just get a little bit stronger, I can cure you. So if you can just hold out and take whatever's going on in your head,
Hold
you'll be
out?
fine.
Hold out! A snake offered me some get out clause. I declined it. Boom! I'm unconscious. I mean, I don't know whether
You're
little
not dead, are you?
little non-limbed beings are going to come out and just render me unconscious every day from now on. I don't know. I'm living my life in fear, Lysha, and I'm not willing to continue this. And I don't know whether Eren is either, but the two of us are accursed. And until you can sort that out, I'm afraid you are no help.
Could you maybe cast? You remember when you calmed my mind and I felt happy and weird? Maybe do that to yourself.
I'm going to cast Calm Emotions, but I'm going to cast it on Lysha again.
Okay, pull up the spell, and I'm going to need a saving throw.
It's charisma
God.
16.
Oh no. Okay, charisma saving throw. You said?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually,
Oh, no.
Actually, it's a
rolled a
group,
5.
so it's a 20-foot sphere. So this is gonna catch every motherfucker we're eating breakfast with.
Okay, everybody in the party, roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
Oh,
really?
no. Well, Thoras
So
is
does that mean
reasonably
we
cast.
used it wrong last time?
Shit.
I don't know whether you were just on your own. I can't really remember the
don't
details of last time.
Thoras is chill, but he's not chill because of the spell. He's just...
You're all chill.
No, it was a 16 save, right?
It
Oh,
was,
I failed.
It
Yes.
was a 16.
Yeah, you failed. It was
he's
a
a
16.
very, very good bard. So
Wow. I
You-
was really afraid about this dragon beforehand, but bro.
And you actually don't know that you're being charmed, as far as I'm aware. There's nothing in the spell
Correct.
that says ends you know.
Buffalo soldier.
I just think a wedding would be so nice. And
Okay.
You don't really need to worry.
No,
about
well, we are going to the wedding, Lysha. Don't worry about it. I'll go talk to the. I'll go talk to the
Stop
Aarakocra now.
worrying. Why are you so tense about a dragon?
I would be a lot less tense if you gave me a back rub, Lysha. Would you mind?
Do you really need one? Oh, come here. Let me
I
help.
do. I'm gonna move around there and just get a free back rub. I'm gonna abuse the shit out of this.
Oh, let me use one of my special techniques. Hang on. And I'm in a wild shape into a giant spider, giving him
Okay.
I have
Okay.
8 arms, bitches.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Mitch is
God, this feels
incomprehensible.
amazing. All right. Before the spell runs out at
So-
the end of 1 minute,
Mhm.
I'm going to. Can I? Do I know where the leaders are kind of sat?
Yes, you
There
do.
was 4 of them, right?
Mhm.
Could you run me through the names of them again?
Sure, there's 2 Aarakocra leaders and 2 Auri, the winged elves leaders. The Aarakocra
Okay.
are Quaff, the eldest, Dekek, the shaman, and the Auri leaders are Nalri, the singer and historian, and Litri, the general, who's a badass. And if you don't remember the names, but you remember like, oh, there's an old one, a shaman, a singer, and a sword person, we can work with that.
Okay. Cool. I wrote them down anyway, though.
Excellent.
Are they having breakfast as well?
They are.
Okay. I'm gonna go and sit down at their table.
All right. They're all sort of scattered at the moment. at
Oh
their
right,
own-
they're not sat at the same table.
Yeah, so who are you going to look up?
I'm going to go to Nalri, the person that because that was the person that I performed with previously, right?
Yeah.
So I have a pre-existing relationship with her, I suppose.
All right. She greets you. She's just sitting over a nice, fairly simple meal. She's got a flask of wine there with a couple of her compatriots. You know, more
Wine with breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Judging
No.
them?
Nalri, how is everything? Were the festivities last night particularly festive?
Well, we've had little opportunity to replenish our supplies. We've been hiding from the Knights of Terra Nimbus, but in a couple of days, with more sky between us, I think we'll be able to serve a proper table.
Tell me, what direction are we actually going in at the moment? How do you guys know where you're headed?
We called an eastern wind. Well, a western wind from the west towards the east.
Why east?
We're hoping to go to the place where the morning begins. I mean, we're looking for a mythical, legendary, hidden beyond the reach of the gods sort of place. This is the only thing we have from the songs of old.
Of course. Did we ever know exactly where we were in the sky as it relates to the land? Like, would I know where we are above right now?
You want to take a look?
We've been drifting.
Yeah, but I'm just assuming that we would. Yeah. Nari, where are we right now?
We are sailing over the Bulwark Mountains.
Okay.
Very good time.
What is the general direction from here to where Siva's Lake is?
It is, I actually did this math about 5 minutes ago. It is 372 miles to the northwest.
372 miles to the northwest.
Yes.
Well, that's going to be a fucking sell, isn't
Yeah,
it?
very much completely not the same direction at all.
Got any of those nat 20s?
Who's in charge of the directions? Is that something that Quaff handles? Who summons the winds?
Dekek and I sing the wind up.
Where are we in relation to my home forest of the people of the Huldra?
Are you with Josh?
Oh, I'm not with them.
It's just
I'm not with
Josh.
him. I'm a
Just
spider.
Josh, I think.
However, I
Yeah.
will say the last time you saw the world below, you were pretty much directly over or near Dotun's Rock. From Dotun's Rock, the Foamhor Woods are... One moment, please. The Foamhor Woods are pretty much due south. You are going to be flying over the Connacht Vale, which is where the other 3 Huldra kingdoms are.
Okay, I am going to return back to the other table
Mhm.
and say to the rest of them, "Okay, we don't worry. I've got a plan. I've got a plan. We should be headed towards Siva's Lake by tomorrow. I feel very confident about this.
Is the charm fade?
The calm emotions is gone,
it would.
but you would
Would
not
I?
be
I
aware
You
wouldn't
don't
that
know
you're
that you've been
enchanted.
charmed. No,
Correct.
you just
Ah.
feel exactly the same as you did before the emotions changed.
Gotcha. What? Thoras thinks it is a bad idea.
A bad idea to fight a dragon? What the hell have they done with the other Thoras? The Thoras that liked glory,
Well,
that liked honor, that liked to
Thoras-
challenge themselves.
Likes those things. Thoras does, but
Thoras
also
is
likes
surely not
living,
scared
and
of a dragon. Thoras likes living. Thoras
Going
is
to
afraid of
revert.
death.
Thoras is scared of
exactly.
lungs being filled with water.
Where exactly in relation to us is this lake now?
The lake is almost directly east. It shan't be difficult to be able to find our way there at all.
Right. I think we have more important things to do.
What could possibly be more important than making sure that I don't fall unconscious every waking moment of the day?
Well, if you do fall unconscious, we can cure you. And
Can
I
you?
should be able to heal you soon.
No. None of you know how to heal.
I do.
Do you? That would have come in handy yesterday.
Well, I didn't have it prepared yesterday.
Oh, yes. Classic bard excuse. Sorry, classic druid excuse.
Was like projecting much?
Whoopsie!
So Thoras, I do not like that you have questioned my honor and will to die.
Well, you said you were scared and wanted to stay alive and didn't want to face another dragon.
Thoras only takes challenges that make sense. Why would you run into
You
a
took on
cliff
previous
or
dragon?
run off? Yes,
Thoras,
because the
he's
dragon was
trying-
beatable.
To fight you with his mind right now, and you must be stronger than him and stand firm.
His mind does not work on Thoras. It is
Yes,
too
yes.
Yeah,
egg-shaped.
I have
Yes, very
definitely
egg-shaped.
seen this in action.
The-
yeah.
Listen to me, Alan. I may be a Goliath, but I am not suicidal.
Fair enough, fair enough. This is a smaller dragon than the other one, a weaker dragon than the other one, a waterbound
But-
dragon compared to the other one. But it's okay, Thoras.
Underneath the water.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
Can you
If you're
breathe
uncomfortable-
underwater?
Yes, I
Thoras
can.
cannot breathe underwater. Thoras understands the limitations.
I can
Ah.
breathe underwater.
I can breathe underwater, actually. But perhaps
Thoras cannot breathe underwater.
that's fine. That's
Thoras
fine.
will not be coming with you to see the dragon. Thoras wants to see the sky people.
I
Oh,
would.
very
I
well.
agree.
We are seeing both,
I
Thoras.
agree with
It's just
Thoras.
the way.
Oh. I agree with Thoras.
It's just a detour. We see both. I mean, we
Listen,
drop
if we
by-
go there, I will stay in the sky and drink and wrestle. You will see the
Very
dragon,
well.
maybe die because you actually cannot breathe in the water. And you were lying to Thoras. But
I have an idea.
I actually can breathe underwater. You know that I can breathe underwater because I did that when I scooped all of the gold
Why
into the
don't we
bag of holding.
see if any of the mages here know any teleportation spells, and maybe we can just teleport the money there without us ever going.
Not a bad idea. I'm happy if you inquire.
Can't believe you're going to give him the money. I'm amazed at your.
we have so much money. who
No,
cares?
that's right. You're cursed.
What are we
Never
going to
mind.
buy up here anyway?
It is
Everything's
like
for
a.
free.
Is it a city?
It's not a city. They do have, arts and magic and stuff like that. They are running a bit of an anarchistic commune here, but you can use your gold to procure supplies that would, I know it'd be a roundabout third-party barter thing. You can't buy stuff from them, but if you want to do something really expensive, like say form a bunch of armor, that you could probably, customize your armor to fit somebody else. If you found it in the bottom of a poisonous lake recently, you could probably use gold to help them. Like, okay, we're going to do this, but we need the supplies. That took about 10 times longer than it needed to. There's your answer.
So it's going to be a long time before we get there.
Well, I'm ready to be done with this. To give this dragon the damn money, we can get on with. I don't even know what Artelane's doing right now. Imagine he's just sitting in his watchtower, smoking a pipe, looking out over the horizon, wondering what his best students are doing. I never learned anything from him though, but it's probably what he's thinking. Probably sees himself as like a mentor. We have so much of this money. Let's just dump some on the dragon and get on with this. I want to see what this realm of Kryor is, and I especially want to see what's at the end of this horizon. We're going east. I've been fighting for this, for this visit to the Court of Stars.
All right. It sounds like of the lot of you, Lysha was considering talking to someone, and Allan has some sort of a plan to convince him to turn this car around.
Alan has a fucking incredible plan for as soon as the night comes. As soon as night comes, he's absolutely going to be in his element.
So you're going to wait until night?
Yes, as long as, at the moment, the day seems like there's not too much to do outside of traveling, but of course, if things come up, then
single
day with them as they come up.
During the day, Lysha would be looking for mages who might know long-distance teleportation spells.
Let's just give me the gist of how you're spending your day. Let us start with Bren, then we'll go to Ash, then we'll go to Josh, then we'll go to Mitch.
Thoras is just weightlifting. He's
Clouds.
Training. He's getting
just a lot
swole.
of clouds. He's picking up and putting back down.
He's trying to do some some handstand press up.
Mm-hmm.
He's just trying to just build his some of the weaknesses to build on. He felt like he wasn't really climbing the tower very effectively, so he's just doing cardio, a lot of farmer walks, just trying to build up his upper body as well. Yeah.
Well, the bluewood tree that grows inside this cloud cave is great for body weight work.
TRX suspension, CrossFit, all the good stuff.
The Aarakocra, they watch you as you do all this. This is normal as long as you've been here. Whenever you do your workout, they just sort of. All right, Lysha, you were looking around for mages, right?
Yeah, I would go looking for mages, specifically see if they know any kind of long distance teleportation spells. I'm also a little unnerved by being this high up in the air. So if she could get any money off Allan, she might try and go searching for if she has any success. If both of these things would take all day for one or the other, then she'll just look for the teleportation mage. But otherwise, she'd like to look for a ring of feather falling.
So they don't really have any mages, not any particularly powerful ones, at least. Nollery is a bard, and a fairly accomplished one, though not from the same school, not from the College of Lore. And then Dekek the shaman, also his tradition, it's got some elements in common with yours, with the druidic tradition, not one for one, but they're the best spellcasters on the cloud. Neither of them are a mage, and when you ask them about teleportation magic, they don't have any.
Understood. You should know I'm slightly worried about one of our party members' odd desires to go east. I will do my best to dissuade him. Thank you.
To go
Right.
east? We're going east.
Oh, sorry, west.
Oh,
Wait,
I've actually never told you that it's west. I
you
told
told me it was east.
yeah. He
Yeah.
said it was
East.
east.
Ah,
He
Then I
knew.
didn't
He
say that.
knew.
I didn't say that.
right.
Yeah,
Fucking you,
hey,
you
Alan
get your
knew.
brains out.
Alan.
Fucking you, Alan.
So
fucking you.
I would be talking to her, and then I would. So the Lake of Silva is due east from here. How close are we?
What lake?
What was it called?
The Siolach. It's this massive.
Siolach?
Yeah. It's a huge inland ocean of a
this
freshwater.
inland ocean.
That's to west and northwest. I think. I don't go on the ground.
Game
I don't go on the ground very much.
I am
But it's
sorry.
immaterial.
Right. Thank you. Do you have an estimate on when you think we might arrive at the Court of Stars?
No one's ever gone in living memory. Nobody knows. We can only hope that we find it there.
I see. I see. Do you have any dealings with the Unseelie?
Not when we can avoid it. This isn't
Okay,
really
just
their
curious.
very specific questions. Anything else?
No, I was just curious. You thank you.
You remind me of my ma.
Alan. Roll,
Um.
roll
Oh yeah.
a wisdom saving throw.
Fucking wisdom saving throws. Not bad. Not bad.
Dirty 20.
Okay,
Dirty 20s.
carry on.
I carry on. The Lord, we avoided it today. I'm going. So first of all, I want to kind of rack my brains for any knowledge of the Court of Stars. So I'm thinking about what's the name of the person who's there, the big boss in charge, the daughter of the
Railta.
Railta.
Realta.
Does the Court of Stars have an official messenger or people that are associated with it that I would be aware of?
At this point in history, yes, they whoever is chosen as the current herald of the court is the troubadour.
Right. Do I know who that would be? Are they a fairly notorious figure? Or at least, is their name known and is their race known?
Asking the big questions. Okay, hang on. I got to pull up the timeline.
Because your boy's about to impersonate the messenger from the Court of Stars.
This is so cursed. All right.
No, you know what? We can give me a history check
Okay.
and make it a good one.
Okay. It's only a 13.
13.
But my plan is that if I don't know it, I'm going to inquire with Dekek and Litra for any information that I'm unaware of. Because presumably they know. And I'm trying to talk to the people that don't control the direction so that they don't get suspicious when I appear.
Well, Dekek and Nalari would be the two who are responsible for the most knowledgeable. Yes.
Sorry, I mean Quaff and Litra. Quaff and Litra are the ones that I want to talk to because they're the ones that don't control the winds, right?
Yes. You recall something about the troubadour being a very, very like fair-haired elf of some kind, but with a 13, that's all you got.
Okay. I'm going to inquire with Quaff. I'm gonna go up to Quaff just kind of casually in the middle of the day.
All right. As you approach her, she is in the middle of preparing a meal, and you see all sorts of. There's a couple of weird herbs, some leaves being mashed up in there, some grubs.
It looks delightful, Quaff. What are you preparing?
It's old recipe. It's
Really? My mother, when I was young, I think used to feed me. But hard to tell from.
Then you'd be
from
happy
the
to
lab.
assist me. Here, come. I need another hand.
I honestly, I can't quite remember how to make it myself, but I'm perfectly happy to assist if you will provide direction.
All right. She's going to walk you through it. Roll a check with chef's tools. Now, I believe as a bard.
I don't think I'm
You may-
efficient with those.
Do you have the Jack of all trades ability?
Yes, I do actually.
Then you get to add half your modifier to this roll.
Yeah.
What is my modifier? How do I tell what that is? Oh, I have a +5. Does that become 2 or 3?
What's the +5 to?
It just says +5 modifier.
On what? With chef's
Is it your
tools?
proficiency bonus or?
I don't know. I think
No, well,
I mean-
where are you seeing that number specifically? What is it attached to?
it's with my kind of spell stuff. So I guess that's my spell modifier. I don't know where any other
Yes,
modifiers
that's your
are.
spell casting modifier.
That would be
Okay.
on. All right.
Oh, my
Should be the same
proficiency
as
is a +3.
your wisdom.
Is that
Okay,
right?
so you get half of that, so you get +1, and then what's your wisdom modifier?
+1.
All right, give me a 1d20 plus 2.
Okay. I rolled an 8. Not a very good chef, Alan.
Nope. You kind of make a mess of things as she's guiding you to, like, no, you mash these bugs with those nuts. No, you don't mash the nuts with the bugs. It's the other way around. And by the end of it, she's a little bit, possibly a little irritated. Roll insight.
Okay. 11.
Everything seems fine.
I do apologize for failing there. Like I said, it was my mother that was the chef, not particularly me. Though I'm sure it's still delicious. Most of the food of the Aarakocra absolutely is.
Culinary
and-
skill, not genetic in your people.
No, of course, but cultural, yes. And so Aarakocra food, excellent. I'm sure I couldn't have messed it up too badly. It will taste delicious either way.
You see, like, she hands it off to another Aarakocra who's sitting there, and as this conversation happens, just like, what was
Come on, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't a nat 1. She ain't vomiting it up.
No, she didn't. She passed it over to someone else in the background.
Right.
But yes, what was it? What did you want?
Quaff, I'm interested. I had a vision last night, and I was hoping that as the wisest of the people here, that you might be able to shed some light upon it. It's a very serious issue, I believe. Do you think you would be able to help?
Visions of the mind, more DKEX experience. What did you see?
I saw a very fair-haired elf, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. They were whispering about the court of stars and heralds. Do you know anything that might help me interpret this dream? I feel lost, as if I don't quite have the information to be able to parse it properly. Anything that you can help with related to the court of stars would be most advantageous to me.
Roll deception.
Okay. Oh my god, I rolled a 4 and got 15.
You're very good at this.
11, dude.
I have a
What
plus 11 on deception and I nearly beefed. I mean, like, how bad can I be today? I guess the cooking threw me off.
Exactly. You sampled a little bit of it, and it's still moving around in your teeth. It's not pleasant.
Yeah.
High-level bards or even mid-level bards are very good at what they do.
Yep.
Speak with DKEK. Nalari knows more. Perhaps the heart rite could help.
The heart right?
Yes. Pool of pure rain before it becomes rain. At heart of Kryor. DKEK watches it. Cleansing rite. You seem troubled.
Thank you, wise quaff. And if you have any further culinary skills that need to be tested, I hear that Lysha is really quite excellent at those things. I'm sure she would appreciate being roped in on them.
What the fuck, son?
And I'm going to wander off
I don't know how
to
to
try and find
cook.
DKEK.
I do not yet know Hero's Feast. That comes later. Just you wait for
Just
that.
get boomed.
Eren,
Speaking of which, can we spend
ahead.
all our money on a jewel-encrusted bowl so I can learn Hero's Feast someday and say fuck the DM?
how much
done.
how much does
You
that specifically cost?
1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, the bag of holding's not going anywhere near you. That is not happening.
bag of
What is
holding.
Heroes Feast?
I can barely let Josh have it after we tried to fucking throw all the money out of it.
Don't I
running
have
away
it?
Giggling.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I've got it back.
until
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
specified, you have it. Yes. All right, Eren, are you doing anything in particular on this day?
Today, I am searching this settlement for what appears to be a smithy because I want this sky steel armor for myself. And right now, it doesn't quite fit me. I want to get it fitted.
Hmm.
I'm going to look for someone who can do that.
All right. Nature has a smith that she trusts. This is sky steel. It's been heavily corroded. It's going to need a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it, but we're going to need supplies, and we're going to need some time.
Well, that's fine. I mean, we're not going to fight these. We're not fighting these Knights of Terra Nimbus yet. And we have time.
All right. The reagents and materials and all that all together, they need 1,500 gold to customize this to you and restore it.
I'll see what I can do.
That is the price of a that is the price to restore this armor. It is the price of a full suit, custom made of fresh new plate armor, but normal, non-sky steel. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think that's probably it. Maybe I'll ask the smith about the swords the Knights of Terra Nimbus use if they know anything about them. I'm just trying to get more information because I'm using one now, but I don't really understand what it's supposed to do.
Yes. The smith will hand it to Litri, who will take a look at it and sort of run her hand along the blade and says, "You tasted dragon's blood. I can tell."
Oh, well, I mean, we had to kill a dragon. I don't really think that a sword really cared much what it tasted, but yes.
I think you can bind this blade to yourself now.
Okay, I've had it bound to me over strap him on my shoulder.
No.
Oh my god, I love it.
What do you mean bind it to me? Like I'm really used to generally using inanimate pieces of metal to try and clobber people as effectively as possible.
This is a sword of a warrior of Vindur. Everyone looks at her for a moment. She says, sorry, don't say that name. It has the power of the storm within it, and it drinks the blood of its foes. And if it's in the hands of a warrior who's proven itself, its powers can be awakened.
All right, Eren, I think Eren probably thought that the lightning or whatever came from the actual wielders itself is now very interested. Okay, so I understand that I've not bound this to me sufficiently yet. Is it going to hurt?
I don't know. Never done it.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound.
All right, if you want to do that, she will take you up into the tree, and there's a particular place that sits right above the nest of the Aarakocra, near the top of the cloud, where the wind starts to kick up and blow around, and it's very cold. And she'll say, "Just sit here with the blade until you hear it."
Eren looks at her, sees that she actually is serious, and then slowly sits down and really wishes that he'd actually brought himself a snack or some food. And he's going to sit down with a sword, not knowing what to expect.
She mutters, "All right, that should keep him busy for a few hours." I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Does anyone have anything to do while Eren sits with a sword?
She told me to go find the left-handed sword. Bitch.
Yeah.
Until Allan sets off his ingenious plan or takes further action on it.
He's waiting until nighttime, which means we probably got another night here. So, even if we don't, I'm considering doing a divination ritual. If it gets to nighttime and she's just spent all day chilling, Lysha will probably do a divination ritual.
Okay, Allan, are you doing anything before nighttime?
Yes, I still haven't found out the name of the Court of Stars messenger, so I'm gonna talk to Dekek, the shaman.
Okay, Thoras, roll an athletics check.
Thoras is in lumber right now. Oh,
Holy shit! a nat 20.
Dude, if Thoras ain't flying by the end of this, I don't know what to say.
All right, as Eren just sits there feeling kind of dumb with this sword, waiting for as the wind blows around him and stuff, he hears this yelling and then far below, Thoras grabbed the bluewood tree, pressed a huge branch of it, sprang off of it, and is now flying across the cloud.
What?
Yeah! And then he catches himself on the other side. He does a few more reps of that.
Wow.
And that was just you working out.
Yeah, it was he rolled to work
Yeah.
out.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I imagine it's like, those cartoons where like people are just like landing on branches and then just being flung.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Tell you what, because you're so pumped from your workout, Thoras, your next successful attack roll will deal an additional 4 points of damage. Write that down somewhere.
Wow.
Wow, big.
That's pumped in my vein.
Yeah, he's just vascular as fuck. All right, back to Allan. Sorry, I was expecting that to be a brief aside. I wasn't expecting a natty. All right, you talked to Dekek, right?
Yes.
All right. He is speaking in the primordial tongue with some of the other Arakokra, just as they, go about their day, swapping stories, and they're totally what that sounds like. As you butt in, what do you do?
Dekek, Quaff told me to talk to you.
Quaff had bad idea. Now I have to talk to you.
You don't enjoy my company, Dekek? I've always quite admired you. I think you're one of the most skilled shamans I've ever seen, and I think your feathers are really quite beautiful. That's why I've been collecting them.
Known you for 2 days. Groundlings thought we're full of bones and blood. Not, what is that animal?
Excuse. No, I assure you, I have the greatest admiration for you and what you've done here. And Dekek, Quaff told me to talk to you because I've been troubled by a dream. I sometimes get these as precursors of events to come. It's a gift, a talent that I have.
A nightmare, an omen, waking up, still being
possible.
you. Horrible.
Dekek, what can you tell me about the Herald of the Court of Stars? I believe he appeared to me last night.
Much prettier than you.
True. It doesn't take much.
All right, roll insight.
Okay. Oh, a 9.
All right, we're having a bad time.
We are having a bad
Everything
time.
is fine.
Have never met him. Don't know him. Haven't talked to him.
You know of him? How has anybody here ever spoken to the Herald? These omens often happen before the appearance of one of these characters. None of your people have been talking to the troubadour in behind your back, have they?
Think not. What business do star gods have with us? They treat with sovereigns and infernals and worse things.
They must be aware, though, that you're seeking them out.
Perhaps.
And you don't think they'd wish to aid or stop?
Perhaps we don't matter.
Possible. I like your nihilistic view. It's comforting in these dark times.
To be fair, it takes a very
like,
sophisticated and
this
high
guy.
IQ to understand.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dekek. You've put my mind at rest. Perhaps, as you say, it was just a dream.
Big fan. TK. TKK. Huge fan.
As you go, he starts just like throwing things, not to hit you, but landing near your feet, landing on the wood near you, just plunk, plunk.
Okay, well, it seems like Quaff and Dekek are absolute cunt lords. So I'm not. I mean, my original plan was to try and persuade Dekek or Quaff, but since they're just straight up grade A assholes, I guess I'm going for the elves, which I've already kind of developed some kind of rapport with anyway, and I know that they're not just rampaging dickheads, so maybe they're a little more amenable.
As you walk, the bluewood branch, this huge, this huge tree trunk just growing from the side that you're standing on, shakes for a moment, and you look down and you see Thoras just. It budges by a couple of inches, but that takes all of his might.
Thoras, what the hell are you doing?
Stop talking!
Have you seen the others?
What?
Have you seen the others? Have you seen Eren? Have you seen Lysha?
Why did you look like you just stepped in shit?
Probably because I started a conversation with you. Have you seen the others?
I'm gonna go back to working out.
Right, I just continue without him then. I'm just making plans for the evening. I've given up on the rest of my party.
All right.
If possible, though, I'm going to try and find Eren, because Eren is my only, the only person that quite understands why I'm so motivated to pursue this avenue. So he is my only ally in this.
All right. I am going to let Lysha cast a divination ritual, then rejoin the two of you near the top of the tree. Lysha, what are you doing?
Okay, so she would spend some of the afternoon gathering a few flowers local to the area.
There's a robust ecosystem inside of this cloud. Go on.
Yeah, gather, some flowers, maybe a few leaves, grass, maybe a stone. And she would go back to her room, burn a little bit of the incense that she carries with her, and kind of array the objects about her, and sort of start going into like a trance-like state, right? It's the incense smoke around her, whatever, and to try to commune with a god or a god's servant to ask them a single question concerning a specific goal or event or activity to occur within the next 7 days, which the GM must offer a truthful reply to, in the form of a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or omen. Obviously, it doesn't take into account player action.
All right.
And she would ask if they would be safe in the Court of Stars within the next 7 days. If they would, make it and be safely there next 7 days. Like if they'd be welcome, I guess, kind of thing, and if they'd make it. If that. Could be asked as a
Okay.
question.
Okay. How do I answer this? All right. Are we going to be safe, and are we going to reach there?
Will we reach the Court of Stars and be safe on arrival?
The answer is a definite maybe. No. The stars know their way home.
Fuck.
The path is only wide enough for one. There are many paths. They are only wide enough for one.
I should be writing this down.
And no two paths are the same.
Many paths wide enough for one. No two paths are the same.
Yes.
An actual pen.
The stars know the way home.
Stars.
There are many paths, each wide enough for one. None are the same. All lead through darkness.
Oh, sugar. I didn't remember, but I'll rewind. That's okay.
That's fine. We have the power of God and anime on our side. Anything else?
I think I only get one question.
Yeah, but like anything in that scene.
So yeah. So she would kind of take this omen and like as she sits with it for a second, gather up the bits of flour and things and kind of leave them in a little dish near her window, because they were an offering and they're there overnight kind of situation. And she'd go to try and find the others before bed.
As you step out, the dungeon master remembers we rolled a major act of God.
Oh, right.
Oh, fuck, Nuggets. My plan for tonight is going to be...
Well, hold up. I thought the wedding was the major act of God.
That was the 40 sub act of God from last time.
Oh,
Really?
shit, dude.
Are you kidding me?
No, that was residual. Ash, as you're leaving and ending the ritual, there's a horrible grinding sound of iron on iron. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
What?
Okay. Fortunately, my wisdom save is a +7, so fingers crossed.
A +7? That's wild.
Druid.
Well, then
18.
Oh, thank God,
bad.
too.
Okay.
And another voice joins the divination spell.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
The design is inexorable. The stars shall be wrong.
Shall be raw? Was that you said?
Wrong.
Ooh.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Well, fuck.
Okay, well, that is very confusing. Given what she just heard, that they know the way home. Now she doesn't know what to think. And it's a different voice, you said?
Yes, it is an empty metal echoing hollowness. There is
like a Warhammer expansion or something. Like.
Warforged?
No, it's not a physical thing. It's like the voice is the voice of worked metal with no soul behind it, unshaped by it. Like there's, it's mechanical. Thank you for helping us. Help you. Help yourself.
Borg. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that happens while she's still kind of in
Yeah.
her
It's
trance,
it's
right?
like the end of the trance.
Okay, at that she'd be like jolted awake because whenever she's done this before, she's only ever heard one voice. She's never heard a second voice. Like it's one god or one god's servant. Like so this is abnormal and a little bit frightening maybe. And she would probably hastily gather the things. Like she'd leave the bowl by the door. Like her hands are probably like shaking. Like, oh my God, I don't know what just happened. I have to do this just so, because God knows I don't want whatever that was to come after me. Let's just make sure the ritual is finished properly and like peace out. Of the room, she needs space. She needs to breathe. She definitely needs to not be inside because she hates the indoors to begin with. And now she's like had this terrifying experience. So she's going to be outside with as wide an open space as she can possibly find, literally looking for anyone she knows. Whoever the first person she meets that she knows and runs into, she'll probably talk to.
Josh, what are the odds that would be you on your way looking for Eren? Any chance of that, or is that unlikely?
I mean, I would say that I would be looking around the like ale houses and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't think that I would necessarily be looking in the smithy where Eren actually said that he was. I think that's a bit too much of like a read. I think I would just be expecting him to be having a good time. So I'm checking those kind of places first and trying to ask around to see where he was.
All right, well, Ash, depending on if you're heading towards more the town's center, you're likely to run into one of the leaders who you know. If you're heading into closer to your quarters where you've been staying, or like the wine halls and such, you're likely to run into Allan. What direction do you think you would head?
I would be looking for my party members, which I think I know better than the leaders, most likely. So
Mhm.
they are probably not where the leaders are. I have no reason to believe they'd be there, but I have every reason to believe that any one of them might be drinking or whoring or gambling.
All right.
So
Then you run into Allan as he's searching for Eren.
Oh, bloody hell.
Allan, I have had the most terrible experience. I was completing a divination ritual like I always do, and there was a second voice. There was a second voice, Allan.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down.
What do you mean a second voice? What the hell is a divination ritual in the first place? How many voices do you expect to hear?
One.
Aren't
Just
you talking
one
with
God's voice.
Aren't you talking with multiple gods?
Well, only one answers at a time.
Oh, right. They have a
The
kind of.
channel is very narrow, you see. Only one of them can come through, or a servant in many cases.
Bandwidth is a bitch these days.
It is. I mean, there's a lot of people coming up the
Yeah.
networks with this social
ISP
distancing.
is
Everyone
locking it
wants
down.
to talk to a god.
Right. I understand. And
So,
what? You heard another voice. So you heard another voice.
No, you don't understand. That's not how the spell works. And it didn't sound right. It was wrong. It said, the first voice I spoke to, I asked it if we would make it to the Court of Stars safely.
Mhm.
And it said the stars know the way home, and that the way was only wide enough for one, and a whole bunch of other confusing things. But the second voice, it said the design is inexorable, and the stars shall be wrong. But it sounded like inanimate objects trying to make words.
Hmm. Do you think is it kind of common knowledge that like rust, iron kind of stuff is associated with Uzul?
It's enough
Also-
that you could make a religion check.
Yeah, should I have rolled a religion check when I first heard this?
I mean, if you thought of it, yeah.
Didn't. That's smart. At this point, she was also just like
Thoras.
shaking as fuck.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then, so when he stopped,
Mm.
maybe she'd stop to think about it.
Looks like a job for detective.
I'm gonna.
Thoras.
I make a religion check. It's an 8.
Mhm.
So
I made
I
a
don't
religion
remember
check and it
shit.
was a 25. So if you'd suggested
Well,
that it could be something.
did it remind you of anything? I mean, I don't know the gods very well. It could be fucking anyone.
All right. With a 25, you know that rust and iron and metal are very, very much associated with Uzul in his role as a violence, conquest, and war entity. You also know that rust is sometimes associated with the minions and offspring of the One Flesh, as they dissolve and corrode the materials of the world. But there was something else about it. It didn't sound like rust. It just sounded like metal on metal grinding, and this emptiness in what it said. There is another infernal, not Uzul, called the Eschaton Clock. Anachronous is its name. And it basically sits amidst a vast machine that it is designed, which calculates the end of the world.
Oh,
Anything, Lysha? Hello?
Well, there's certainly Uzul, but it didn't sound like
Roll a
rust.
D100, please.
Oh, dear God.
What? Sorry.
I
Uh,
said
Roll a
his name out loud.
D100.
Did that do a thing?
just roll a D100, please. 12. Carry on.
Oh, that's horrific.
Nothing good. Just last time that happened, my home doubled in size and cost.
Carry on. Oh, that's so bad.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I would say, yeah.
Well, why not
So
Uzul?
I said there was Uzul.
Roll a D100, please, Josh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
I forgot. I don't know how I forgot immediately.
70. Okay, carry on.
Why not him?
Well, because there's anachron. The
Who?
Eschaton clock.
Roll a D100, please.
Oh, shit.
73.
73.
Carry on.
What is happening?
Who is that?
counts the end of the world.
Okay. And the message?
The message, the design is inexorable. The stars shall be wrong. But
Well,
the
that
previous
sounds
one
like...
said the stars know the way home.
Well, sure, and if it was the stars that told you that, then the stars were wrong. Were they not? If it is literally a machine that is
No, you're
supposed to know
simplifying
things...
things. You need to think about it abstractly.
Sure, I'm great at thinking about things abstractly. Lysha, you're either working yourself into a panic for no good reason,
I'm
or
not.
you've just heard that the Court of Stars is a horrible place to go and we should make a detour as soon as possible.
No,
What-
that they
one
need
or
to
the
be
other?
saved or the world will end, Alan. What is wrong with you?
No, you just heard that they are wrong, as in the information we get from them will be incorrect.
The design
And-
is inexorable.
The
The
design for
clock
what?
counts to the end of the world. It has a design, a plan for the end of the world, Alan.
Well, fuck it. If it's inexorable, it's inexorable.
Alan!
Huh? What? Lysha, there are some things we can control in this world, and there are some
Alan, if the
things we
world
cannot.
ends, you can never pay back the dragon.
Holy fuck. We gotta pay that dragon immediately, Lysha. I don't give a fuck about any event in the world. We gotta pay that fucking dragon. Lysha, stop laughing. We gotta pay the fucking dragon. This isn't funny. You just said the world is gonna end. We gotta pay that goddamn dragon.
We have to save the world so you can pay the dragon. It's in line with your curse, Alan. If you
Lysha.
save the world, then you get to pay the dragon.
Lysha, there's a fucking dragon that's gonna end my world if we
Why don't
don't
we
pay
just
it.
Alan,
pay the
you
dragon
won't make it
before-
to the dragon in time.
How did the info and teleportation go? Is there anyone here that knows that?
No one knows.
No one?
No one.
well,
They don't
Well-
do teleportation magic.
okay. Can we save the Court of Stars by running there without a plan? No. So therefore we need to devise a plan. Lysha, can I trust you with spending all of your time devising that plan and leaving me to whatever I want to do?
Alan, you know I always devise a plan, but it's always better with collaboration.
May I suggest
you have the
Thoras? A
devious
very
mind that I
inquisitive
don't
mind.
have.
A very inquisitive mind, that Thoras. A detective, some might say, in a former life.
Alan, I'm not dumb.
No! Never suggested it for a moment.
Alan, why are you putting... I guess, should I roll an insight check to see if he's putting me off, rather than assuming I can tell he's putting me off?
I think you can leave it to your previous interactions, you know.
Okay. Why are you putting me off, Alan?
For your own-
You
for-
should want to help.
For
with
your
this.
safety, Lysha. For your safety. That I am not well versed in this kind of stuff, but the shaman Dekek, I spent much time today talking to him. He knows far more than I do about matters of religion, and he's very short, I will admit. You might get on his temper, but he will be able to tell you much more than I can about deities, about the interactions between them, this kind of stuff. If you are truly concerned about this, then it is him that you should turn to, not me.
That's actually good advice.
I occasionally come out with it. I would
You.
I would suggest you to seek his advice. Leave the two meatheads to their own business.
Where shall I find you afterwards? We should reconvene as soon as I have more information.
Tomorrow morning would be a good time.
Oh, this cannot wait.
You believe
It's
the world is
end
going
of the
to end
world,
tonight?
Alan.
The
You
world
can
is not going
sleep.
to end tonight. Yes,
No,
I
Alan, but
certainly
we
can
must make-
sleep.
Every moment of planning count.
Well, perhaps Dekek will be willing to wait with you. I myself value my sleep. After slaying a dragon yesterday, I require some sleep.
Alan,
Alan!
why are you being...
Yes, Lysha.
Why are you so resistant to helping avert the end of the world?
I will come with you to see Dekek. After that, I have my own business to attend to. But until then, I agree. It sounds incredibly important. Let me follow your every whim.
Thank you.
I will follow her to go and see Dekek then, I suppose.
Okay, meanwhile, Eren, you have been sitting there with a sword in the cold wind for several hours. You have not noticed any change whatsoever yet. You wish you had a snack. You wish you had something to drink.
Shit.
Your back is sore. What do you do?
Oh man, come on, bro. Okay. Eren. Look, the idea of power really definitely excites Eren, and if he can leverage some more power from this, he's interested. He ain't gonna fucking sit like the same way the whole time though. So he's just gonna literally lie on his side and almost like put his head over the guard of the sword. It was like it's a pillow. It was like he's protecting it, and he's just gonna look up at the stars. If he falls asleep eventually, then so be it. Like he's not fucking going anywhere because he knows he doesn't have to. He's literally in the vehicle as traveling. And frankly, he's a little bit frazzled about his dream, so he has plenty of time to think about that.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Okay. Just quickly. Can I use my remarkable athlete to add +2 to that?
What's the
Because
text say?
it says you can add. Well, I could put it in here, but it says you can add +2 to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check you make that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus.
Are you proficient in Constitution saving throws?
Oh, I am. Okay, yeah, I am. All right. There you go.
16. Okay. You manage to sit there with your stomach grumbling and the inside of your mouth getting that weird cottonmouthy feel as you're just sitting there for a while. You do not accrue a layer of exhaustion. And at the end of that period, as you're kind of just nodding off because you're bored out of your mind, the sword rings for a moment right against your forehead.
Moshi?
We have an exciting new deal about your car insurance. No, just for a moment.
Okay. I jolt forward. Am I like it's ringing, right? It's a ringing sound.
Yeah, and it's like physically humming as well.
I'm gonna look and see if something's actually struck the sword to cause it to vibrate. So I'm like, not expecting. I didn't expect anything to actually happen. To be fair, I was just feeling sullen and just sort of relegated myself to staying up here. Can I inspect the sword if there's any indicator of like there's an outside reason for this happening?
Yeah. You look over it. Are you proficient with smithing tools or no?
Let me see. No, not with smithing tools.
Okay. As you look over it, it's sort of almost oozing something. Like there's like, if you look at it close enough, the blade, it's almost emitting these little puffs of smoke that then get sucked back into the sword. It gives it this sort of murky, dull look to it.
I want to point it. I want to just hold it aloft and see if it does anything. Like
it casts a very dark shadow over you, like as you hold it up in the light.
Huh. And does it have any? Does it seem like this is going to abate anytime soon? Like, or is it continuing to hum in the same way?
The humming stops, but the rest of it, the strange shadows and the smoke breathing, that stays.
What happens when I swing it?
It feels really like perfectly weighted for you. Beforehand, it was just some other sword, but now like it's got the exact heft to it and the exact cutting pattern that you look for in a blade. It's a fine, fine sword.
Eren has no idea how the properties of this sword changed just because he was fucking sleeping on it. I think he doesn't really understand what this thing is supposed to do, but I think he's satisfied that this is what he was told to go and do. This he's bound it to him, so to speak. So yeah, I think he would just go, okay, fair enough.
Another sword.
Yeah. And that's it. I guess he's just going to go back to the rest of the group and carry on.
All right. The sword is now a +1 sword.
Oh, a PogChamp.
Among other things.
Oh, okay.
The smoke, by
Awesome.
the way, reminds you of the smoke that the dragon in the swamp was breathing.
Ah. Dope. Okay.
All right. Bren, after you're done with your set for the day, and then we're going to go back to Allan and Lysha meeting DK. After you're done with your set for the day, what do you do?
I'm gonna go pester the higher ups.
Okay, which one do you want to bother?
DK. Just I do this every time I work out.
Mhm.
I just I ask questions with a childlike inquisition, and I really piss them off. All are okay with it. I don't know. Who knows?
Mm.
Not very good at reading the facial expressions of them, but yeah, just gonna find him and
Why are you just gonna go and pester them?
Okay.
yeah,
As
as
you walk up, he doesn't even turn to see you. Oh, I just rolled a 1d120. Whoopsie. That
Yeah,
again.
classic.
Okay, natural one. As you walk up, he's perched on the woods, consulting some of the other Arakokra, sort of giving them some spiritual guidance on how to handle these trying times. And he grabs just a piece of wood from the tree and flicks it over his shoulder at you. It misses catastrophically, pokes one of his one of the villagers he's calming in the eye. And he has to stop for a moment to apologize, make sure that they're okay. He even has to break out a little healing magic to cure the eye before it gets infected. And then he shoos them off.
that was a bit rude, DK.
Thoras smelled you coming.
Yes, I have been working out.
Yes. You don't smell like food.
Where
Those are
are
the
we
only
going, DK?
The Court of Stars, Thoras.
How will we know when we get there?
There will be a lady who looks like the night sky wearing a gown of shimmering lights.
Well, are they strong?
Yes.
I can't fight them though.
Don't think you should.
Oh, well.
Need their help.
Okay. What are you doing?
Was talking. People very, very unsure. Difficult times. Strange omens. Stuck in morass. Long time. People are scared.
Yes, I got us out of morass.
Yes.
Sorry. Thoras got you out of morass.
Yes.
What? What did you say to them?
Many small things, Thoras, about favorable winds and taking care of each other in difficult times, and don't go outside because the knights might see you and then the whole jig will be up. That sort of thing. Don't go outside, Thoras. The knights might see you and then the whole jig will be up.
Kind of want to fight though.
Fight the other big guy.
Thoras doesn't know what to do. Thoras wants to fight a lot all the time. But Thoras also it's very conflicted.
How so?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, DK. Thoras normally likes to test his strength, but Thoras recently had an experience where Thoras realized his own morality. And Thoras was questioning his strength for the first time.
Do you mean
Thoras
mortality?
Mortality.
Who said that?
Fair enough.
Anyway, yes, as Thoras was saying, mortality was being tested and questioned, and Thoras is unusual in the brain. Thoras does not know where this came.
Thoras, why is it important to be the strongest?
To survive.
Do only the strongest survive?
In Goliath culture, yes.
Is Goliath culture the only culture? People in many places don't live that way. We don't live that way. Some are strong so others can make beautiful things or create delicious food or raise families or tell stories, many other things that if they were fighting all the time, they wouldn't be able to do, and we wouldn't have them in our lives. Wine and beer, the people who make those can't spend all their time fighting, so someone else fights for them.
So you're saying that life's not all about being the strongest.
There's more. Strength is important.
I think you're wrong. But thank you very anyway, DK. I appreciate your time. I'm going to walk off. That was what Thoras did with his evening.
There you go. There you go.
He spoke philosophy with
I'm
DK
so
and just
glad we
disagreed.
experienced
Oh my
Yeah,
word.
pretty much.
Not gonna lie, that was kind of delightful. All right. As he walks out, Lysha and Allan walk in.
Mm.
Because
Oh my God, Thoras,
you
thank
said
God
you were
you're here.
gonna pester him. So
You should probably stay here. Bad things are happening. We might need someone strong. Oh my God, DK. Hi, I know I'm an outsider, but please, do you have a moment, please? I've had a terrible omen. I need to speak with you.
Is DK in
DK,
this
these people are very strange.
room?
If you want to leave, I can.
when a newborn Aarakocra bursts from the egg, screaming for worms, terrified, blind, covered in goo, and afraid, they make less noise than you do, Huldra.
They have not likely just heard from the Escalon clock.
Roll a D100.
What do you two want?
What do
I
you
was
two want?
divining, as I always do, or often do, before bed, observing the cultures of my people, and I heard two voices. There was the voice of one god, a normal voice. I asked about the path to the Court of Stars. And after the omen or the prophecy finished, another voice, more mechanical. It could have been Azul.
Roll
But it-
D100, please.
I'm listen, in character, out of character, Ashley remembers, but in character, Lysha doesn't know what's happening.
That's fine.
Nothing's
No, that's totally.
visibly
Yeah.
happening.
Azul? What does Azul have to do with the sky?
Fuck off! You
Oh,
really
no.
did? Oh,
Oh, that's so good.
Give me two of them. Give me two of them. And then GK says, Thoras, remember how if we say the name, then maybe we have to fight them before we want to, when we haven't done all of our workouts, we haven't had a recovery day.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Don't say the name. And roll a D100 twice, please.
But why does it matter? Azul is
Roll.
on the ground.
Oh, why?
The Infernals can hear across all four kingdoms, Thoras.
Oh! Shut the fuck up,
Sorry.
Thoras.
Sorry.
And
Sorry.
Bren, roll a D100 3 times, please.
Just says rolling dice.
Ah.
Stuck. Oh,
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
39, 19, 74.
33.
33. Yes. This is one of those big, very, very big numbers, very, very small numbers thing. Most of them don't matter.
Sure.
Okay.
um,
So you heard two voices when you cast the divination spell. That's very unusual and very important and possibly worth my time. Why are you here? Dekek asks Allan.
Well, as you know, I saw an omen last night. I thought the two may be related. And besides which, Lysha insisted on my company, having been scared out of her wits.
no, I did not insist on your company. I said I would meet you after, and you refused to tell me where you were going, and then you said you'd come.
Yes, well, I'm here now.
What do you want Dekek to do about it?
I was hoping you might have some insight. It told me the design is inexorable and the stars shall be wrong. And I tell you, when I tell you that it sounded like the Escalon clock.
Eschaton. It means end of the
Eschaton
world.
clock that counts to the end of the world. I am not lying, and I fear its prediction portends disaster.
Hmm.
Do you have any insight?
I should do my own rites as well. See if we can. This is concerning. Perhaps the four of you have been drawn up in the design of a darker power.
What about the pool?
Yes.
Excuse me?
No, the pool.
Darker power.
Yes.
I've seen people drinking it.
The heart rite. Yes. If one of
Yeah,
you
that's
is
Badger.
afflicted, the waters of the pool may be able to help. The heart
Lysha appears
rite.
to be afflicted. I would strongly suggest.
Afflicted, but what?
She's afflicted when we first met her, right?
You appear to have interacted with some foreign deity that's penetrated your divination spell. If anybody is afflicted, I would say it is you.
The pool has the ability to remove baleful magic, outside contaminants, enchantments, curses.
If anyone's
that
afflicted,
sort of
I would
thing.
say it's you, mister. I must return the money to Silva.
And now we're prioritizing money over the end of the world. Are we, Lysha? Get the
I
fuck in
don't
the pool.
think I'm
Get the fuck in the
afflicted.
pool.
All right, all right. Lysha will jump in the pool.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa,
This
whoa.
sacred font of water.
Yeah,
this
this
What if
is
I did
falling.
it as I turn into a fish?
you're not at
Geronimo
the
the
pool
fuck
right
into
now.
their holy water, bro.
Oh,
Wait, so what did I misunderstand?
okay, so at the heart of Kryor is a pool of pure rainwater. It just manifests there as like it in its most primal, clear, honest form. There is a ritual you can perform where you bathe in the pool for 1 hour. Any deceit or dishonesty that you bring with you into the pool will taint the waters.
Oh, bollocks.
But
Are you, is DK telling us this, by the way?
Yes.
Or is this just, okay,
Yes.
right.
But at the end of the rite, you will be cleansed and freed.
Can we all do this at once?
No.
Oh.
I don't want a fucking pool party. We're trying to exercise demons.
Well, you're
This
both...
rite can only be performed once a season. And normally I reserve its magic for the people of the village in need. But the lot of you seem to be caught up in many, many cosmic forces.
Not
Some shit.
So I
Thoras.
have a
Some
suggestion.
shit.
I understand that we want to bathe me in the pool because I've just had a commune with a very dark force. I
And could you
understand
smell?
that. I do. But I have no tattoos of it anywhere on my body. Someone else here does. Someone else here tied to the Court of Stars, which my prophecy of doom was very closely tied to. Maybe we should put that person in the pool.
Ah, an interesting theory, Lysha.
What?
Thoras, you are... I mean, it's a good point. Are we even aware of Eren's tattoos? Because
I
are they not hidden?
believe you showed them after you nearly killed the party. I believe
Right.
he bared his
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah,
and told
I
them
feel
about
like
it.
we are aware
Yeah.
of them,
I've
right?
explained them to the party.
Yes.
Okay, and Eren's not here currently. It's the other three of
Correct.
us. Right.
Yeah. This is how we plan how to ambush him because I think he's the one we need to cleanse.
It's an interesting hypothesis, Lysha. My issue becomes, if this really is the end of the world and you are wrong in your punt, then we have surely sealed our own doom.
And how is mine any more of a punt than yours?
Well, my punt, as you so put it, is to put the person who has communed with this evil deity into the pool, which I don't think is so much of a punt as a very logical conclusion.
And Eren has communed with an evil deity and gotten a tattoo from it as based on what he told us.
But that's Uzul, no? You seem fairly
Roll a
confident
D100,
that...
please.
Oh yeah, fuck. You seemed fairly confident that it was not Uzul that he communed with.
Twice.
Thoras is going to take Alan's mouth and just shove his fingers in it.
Woo, daddy. Yeah.
Oh shit, wait, what the fuck did I do here?
You
Oh, I
rolled.
rolled a 75 and a 23, which seemed to combine together for 98 for some reason. I didn't realize that it would do
Odd.
that.
Let me take a look at that.
Oh, you can see the individual results.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Carry on.
I remove my hand.
Okay. What the hell have you been doing with those hands?
Don't say
don't
the
wanna
name, Alan.
Okay.
Lysha
my
just
apologies.
looks very confused.
The dark
The
destroyer.
destroyer,
one.
the earth slayer, the heart
Yep,
cutter.
Yes.
The orc gatherer.
The Minge whatever.
As he,
It's all
as he
him.
is known to the tribes of Masaru.
Punani Tsunami, you name it, he's just been there.
If it was not him that you heard, then perhaps the danger does not come at all from the dark Punan, the heart cunner.
The Dark Watcher you mentioned, his designs are usually grand. I don't know why he would have spoken to you of them. Doesn't need you to know of them.
Lysha, how do you see this playing out? If we rid Eren of his curse and head to the Star Kingdom, you believe everything will be fine? Does that not
The
seem like a
problem is that Eren
risky
cannot
bet?
come with his curse.
Were there not ways of shedding him of this curse? I mean, he has already done well at shedding one of the 3 burdens he holds, no?
That's
Is it
true,
2?
but he retains one, and will he lose it before we get there?
Well, perhaps we should endeavor to set up situations in which he can redeem himself.
Oh,
Maybe-
yes, let's just put someone he might kill in his way.
Maybe I should hold you hostage and threaten to kill you, and then when he disagrees, maybe that would work.
Don't think that's how it
That's
works.
Maybe I should drown you in the pool.
Maybe
and
I
then-
should become a snake and poison you.
What is
That
happening?
doesn't fit anything.
A weird fetish.
Thoras, Dekek hands you a couple of pebbles that he's just been throwing at nearby trees. And then he points at a branch that's sort of swinging in the wind. And he just nails it.
Yeah.
As
Hand me one
they're
of those
discussing.
Pebbles. Hand me one of those pebbles,
A
DK.
sudden
I'll show you.
inspiration has come to me for no reason, except I remembered that we have a being that always speaks the truth.
Do we?
Yeah, a bloody snake, Alan.
The snake doesn't always speak the truth, does it? I mean, I don't know.
Yes,
I'm gonna retrieve the snake from my asshole again. Do I have something sufficiently snake-like around?
I have seen things I cannot speak of. Stank ass!
What?
He just put that blanket in his ass. Thank you, Josh.
Can we see
The
if Beth
snake.
has any googly eyes to just stick on that thing?
I don't have anything to hand it, but if you can kind of imagine, I'll make a little snake's head out of it. Lysha, what questions do you have for this weird beast?
That's pretty good,
Was that-
actually.
Was that the scarf that was going to be given away?
No, this is just the scarf that Beth knitted for me about 3 days ago.
Do you know anything of the eschaton clock?
Yes.
Do you know when it plans for the world to end?
It does not plan, it
Or counts
sees. Yes. No. Well. Would the snake know that? The snake actually just sort of hisses. Almost like it's irritated. Not at you, though.
Oh, I found the one question in the world the snake doesn't know the answer to.
I thought you were a knower of all things, Snake.
Yes. The end of the cycle is outside of all things.
Because it's the end?
Yes.
Lysha,
But
why don't
surely
you...
if you don't know anything beyond a certain point, that might indicate it's the end. Sorry, what was that, Alan?
Why don't you tell it what you heard? Perhaps it can pass further insight upon the riddles that it appeared the deities left you with.
Well, I was told. I really wish I wrote down the whole of the first riddle. I tried real hard to remember it. But I'm going to have to rewind back to 1 hour and 28 on the time code at
Oh, we
some
have the timestamp. Good. Yes. A reading from the first book of Casters and Castles, verse 28.
The stars know the way home. And the way is only open to one at a time. I'm sorry. I'm so frazzled. I'm sure I'll remember in perfect detail later. And then a second voice came in and said the design is inexorable and the stars shall be wrong. And the second voice, it sounded like either Uzul or
I put my mouth in your hand.
I put my mouth in your hands.
in my hand.
I put my hand in your mouth. Don't say the name. And then I take my hand out.
It tasted awful. Like sweat and more sweat. And there's some splinters in there from climbing the trees all day.
Yeah.
Roll D100 while we're here.
Jesus. You rolled a 99.
Did I almost blow up the sun? I've been rolling extremely high or extremely low.
Eren,
Yes.
Fuck.
as you... So as the sword awakens its powers and you sort of, temper with it, it's nicely balanced, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna look for everyone else and see what the hell they've all been up to.
Okay.
I
You
saw Thoras swing by, but I don't have much information other than that. So I'll probably just check the usual common places.
As you climb down the tree, you're a ways up, and you've been up here with no food, no water for a while. You're pretty hungry. And as you climb down, you get closer, you're in the branches with the Arakokra, and then further below are the terraces and towers of the Aurai. You see a single crow fly from one branch of the blue tree to the other.
Eren was ready for this at some point.
Mm-hmm. It stops and it perches and it turns to look at you.
Eren stares him down. He plants his feet, power stands, and fucking cranes his neck forward. Like, one of those chavs walking around like this all the time. Like, yeah, what's up, boss? Like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the chin forward.
All right. The crow feather on your arm starts to burn. And as it looks you in the eye and this ember light flickers in its eyes, it speaks to you, not with words, but in your very bones, and says, "Are you a weapon or a warrior?"
And this is across from me a little bit, right?
Yes.
I just bellow at this thing. I am my own man. Bruv. Bruv.
Bravado. A wizard. We'll be the judge of that. You haven't proven it yet.
Eren has no idea what that means, but he has a very bad feeling about it. And he doesn't think that dabbing in the crow's general direction is really going to dissuade him from trying to.
Okay, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Fucking shit. All right.
A nat 20.
Ooh.
That's kind of crispy.
Okay, now
Be
Eren dabs with the crow.
Fuck!
Seriously.
Okay. Well, I mean, aside from dabbing at it, do you do or say anything else?
No, he turns his back on him and keeps walking.
Okay. The fire, the sensation of burning goes away, but for a moment you still feel a shadow across the back of your. You feel its shadow pass over you, and you hear the beat of its wing as it takes off, and the smoldering goes down from your arm as you go back to rejoin the others.
What does my arm look like?
It's still got the feather on it.
All right.
It hasn't otherwise changed.
Whew. All right, so do I find the others?
Yes. You gather up with them in a little bit. They are all harassing G-Kek.
I walk up to, I guess, like, what do I see when I walk in? Like, where is it? What is this situation?
Take one step back for a moment. We're going to catch up to where the name was spoken, and then, like, in a couple of seconds, I'll just say you enter. That way you'll know what's going on. Okay, so when we last left, the three of you, the name had been spoken, and we got very, very close to a miniature act of God, basically. So you were speaking with the snake. You were asking it questions, but you hadn't really settled on what to say or speak to it.
We had said, well, I had said the prophecy to it,
Mm-hmm.
and then asked if it knew anything about. Sorry. He likes ears. Can't get to the ear. so
Oh,
he is
cat.
It's weird. Yeah. So I would have asked. Well, I asked it if it knew anything about the end of the world, and it didn't know. The timing of that. So, do you know anything of the plans of? And I look like very distinctly at Thoras and kind of like the destroyer.
Yes.
Can you share those?
At that moment, Eren Vol walks in. It turns, it looks at Eren, looks back at you.
O'Dale, I've been looking for you.
He's
me?
the destroyer's plan?
What? Who?
Wait, here's a follow-up question for you, Snake. Before we get into him being the destroyer's plan, am I tainted?
Yes.
This is all really interesting, but
Shit.
I have it. O'Dale, it's time. We need to have this conversation now and not later. I
What
was there at
conversation,
Dotain's
Eren?
Rock. We overcame that challenge. I fragged the wizard. We took the gold and we left. I've come to collect my share of the gold we got from Dotain's Rock. Fairly one, of course.
Sure. I have no issue with that. How much would you like?
1,500
1,500 silver pieces, of course. It shall be
gold
yours.
pieces. Gold pieces.
Gold pieces? Are you trying to rob me?
Not at
What
all.
possible use could you have with 1,500 gold pieces?
I will have you know that I am.
I don't
What-
care about your 1,500 gold pieces. I care about the fact that the world is ending. Can we please focus?
Actually, the world's all going to end. We fuck, we drink, we die. That's how it works. And let me get back to this
No,
very
you don't
important business
understand. The world
transaction.
is imminently ending.
Alan, did you give us some? Did you
No,
give some weird herb or something?
No, she appears to have seen an omen of the world ending. It genuinely seems a little serious, but I'm happy to have this small discussion with you about gold at the same time as she is bothered and talks to the snake.
Very good. I'm trying to repurpose some of this Sky Knight armor for myself, so I don't die. Earlier than
Sure.
I want
So-
to.
Yeah, sounds very reasonable.
I'm
to me.
getting an orange bar.
Surely good now.
Okay.
Now,
Lysha
who's safe
storms
on
out to
throwing
get an
her in
orange
the-
bar.
While Lysha talks to the snake, I shall talk to Eren then, I suppose. Then.
All right.
So come away with me, and we'll talk privately for a moment and leave her to commune with the deities, I suppose.
Thoras,
Eren,
roll ranged attack to hit the tree branch.
Ah,
Carry on, you two.
bloody hell, what would that be?
What
Uh,
happened?
The javelin?
Yeah, just roll a javelin attack.
He's attacking branches.
Oh dear.
All
So,
right.
How much money, Eren?
so it's going to take 1,500 gold to repurpose this armor to fit me. Then we can
Okay.
basically just walk up and we can just mow them over. These Knights of Terra Nimbus who look so scary beforehand. Now we've repurposed their technology. Thoras can chase them around like a dog chasing a seagull, and I can, cut us a swath through them, and bada bing, bada boom. Artelane's happy. the prince returns, and I mean, it's quite simple, really. Eren's really pantomiming this enterprising
Yes.
situation, feeling buoyed by his victory against a bird.
I
earlier on.
have no issues with spending our money wisely, Eren, which I'm sure you absolutely will. You must accept, though, that we must pay our debt. You more than anybody must agree with me.
Well, yes, I was assuming we'd do that on the way.
Of course. Now,
But you said
in
we'd
ret-
definitely be there, right?
absolutely. In return for me giving you this money, which I agree is yours, I would hope that you would assist me in any which way in ensuring that we end in Seaver's Lake.
Oh yeah. Whatever you need, man. I can,
Thank
talk
you.
the words
thank
I
you.
need to talk. Yeah, we'll be there. You said
Thank
you
you.
would.
I knew that I could count on you and Alan. I knew. Now, will they accept an equivalent amount of silver, perhaps? It would aid us in getting rid of some of the weight of this.
The Auri are fond of silver.
Hmm.
I'm sure whatever equates to 1,500 silver.
Yeah,
I don't need anything else. I'm a simple man.
What does that actually equate to?
15,000 silver pieces.
No, sorry, 1,000. Oh, really? Is it 10 times?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna give him
All the silver pieces.
I'm not gonna be able to do that, am I? Because it's gonna weigh a fuck
Can't
ton.
carry
It's not
it,
gonna be
yeah.
able to do it.
You could give him the bag of holding and trust
Am
him to
I
bring it back to you.
shite gonna give him the bag of holding? It ain't happening, Sonny Jim.
Why
It
not?
ain't happening.
Lysha would say, just give him the damn bag of holding and let's get on with it.
Oh, we've already moved away from you
You're
guys.
just a company-
You're still
you're like,
having
listen,
a discussion with
your
the snake.
bag of holding is very important. I'm sure there's so much.
a discussion with a snake? I asked all I had to ask it.
Oh, did you? I thought you were still having a discussion.
Snake,
No.
Anyway,
is Thoras tainted? Yeah, I didn't think so.
By the way,
Lysha's
Thoras
having a
isn't-
crisis here. She's tainted and she doesn't know if she can trust herself.
Thoras,
DCAC cause
nothing-
in delight as you nail the tree branch. Carry on.
I'm gonna wander off with Eren in order to purchase this armor. Then,
Okay.
Lysha, I have full faith that you will do everything in your power to right this. If you are tainted, may I suggest the blessings of the water?
Did she make up a problem again? Is that why? Is that what this is?
I hate you.
Hard to tell, honestly. I mean, she is kind of put off by the fact that you are tainted by Uzul the Destroyer. So,
No!
sorry, Thoras, sorry.
That little. Oh yeah, I've dealt with
Yes.
that. Don't worry.
You dealt with it?
You have to get up pretty early to exercise a world-destroying grasp of an omnipotent being over me. You're fine. I'll face that down. You are
Sure.
none of you are in any threat anymore. I already fragged the wizard. We're good.
Okay. Well, thank you. Let's go buy your armor.
All right. So, DCAC, as
I'm gonna.
the two of you approached with this cosmic problem, you left to go buy the armor. DCAC is just sitting there throwing pebbles at this tree branch.
Oh no, Lysha has stayed with this cosmic problem with DKEK. She's like in crisis right now. She
I'm
just
sorry,
found out
Lysha.
she's
Eren had no idea that there was a cosmic problem at all. He just wanted his fucking bling.
So Lysha,
Still here.
Lysha still
the
has the
ritual
snake.
you mentioned. I might need it if you are still willing. I'm tainted. I don't know what is me now. I feel like me, but the snake said I was tainted and it's told the truth.
What wild magic afflictions are you under the effect of? Are any of them still on you, Lysha?
I'm hairless.
Okay.
And I don't know that my home doubled in size or caught fire, so
Oh, that's not really a you problem. That's more of a Tiberius Wanderstave problem for the time being. All right. It can only cleanse one of you. But if you want to do it, then by all means.
Oh. When it said tainted, could it have meant the hairless issue?
The snake who you're still holding just...
I hate you. Wait a minute. Would lesser restoration restore my hair? No. that restores blindness and other. Damn it. Okay.
Hey, I'm the only one of you guys with hair. I guess Thoras has hair too. Yeah.
Luscious locks.
You two are just bald as
Luscious.
Oh yeah, we're bald as fuck.
Balded.
Super bald.
You have an
Super
egghead.
bald.
Your choice.
I don't otherwise feel taint. I feel like it should be him. No one's speaking in my head except when I divine things. And the divination being interrupted doesn't necessarily mean it's me, right? I mean, it could just be that the voice was looking for a conduit.
You opened a door, you were listening. Perhaps you listened in where you were not meant to. Or perhaps you were meant to hear. Even worse.
Right, but that doesn't mean that I'm tainted. Ugh, it should be him. I knew it should be him.
That was DK
I'm gonna
speaking,
run after
not
them.
the snake, by the way. The snake, yeah. All right, so you run after them? All right.
So
So
it was DK, not the snake?
yeah, the snake wasn't speaking. The snake
Yeah.
only speaks when spoken to.
Yeah.
Thoras, Lysha runs off. DK looks over at you and says, this is going to be a very, very, very long journey.
Yes. Well, don't even know why I'm here.
Well, maybe at the end of it, you'll get to fight a god.
Yes, Thoras would like that. I'm going to bed.
All right. You take off to bed. The lot of you, do you have any... Lysha's going to try to convince Eren that he needs to be cleansed. Does Allan have a plan?
Yes, Allan does have a plan. However, the problem is the results of today have been so tumultuous and so all over the place that he's not quite sure that today would be the right option. But nevertheless, he is going to persevere. So his plan is to negotiate and bargain for the best price possible for this plated armor or whatever the hell Eren wants. He doesn't really care as long as he has enough money to still pay off Siva. And then he's going to wait for everybody to fall asleep. So he's going to go back to his own room and pretend like he's going to sleep after he's tried to negotiate.
Roll persuasion check.
18.
18. What's your argument?
For the plated armor?
Yeah.
I've heard that you value silver incredibly highly.
Yes.
Silver's quite rare up here, no? With the lack of mineral ores and the like.
Quite.
And this armor, none of your people, I presume, would really enjoy wearing it. It's, a sign of your enemies. It's not really fitting. It wouldn't even be respectful to your compatriots, I suppose.
I don't know. I could see us kind of taking it apart. Use a greave here, a pauldron there. Pauldrons are very in these days.
Oh, what a waste that would be. What a waste. I'll tell you what. We'd be happy enough to fix up this armor and continue to use it in the service of your great city. If you would help us out, we really don't have very much money. And the money that we were able to scrounge together, it's all in little bits of silver and kind of necklaces and little bits and bobs of the type. If you could give us a discount on the price that was offered, I mean, that's surely not unaskable.
How much silver are we talking?
Oh, well, what your original price was incredibly steep. What was it? 1,500 gold? I bet you haven't seen that in the entire city. That sounds like the GDP of your country. How about 10,000 silver? And we'll throw in a couple of trinkets as well.
It better be nice trinkets.
Oh, lovely trinkets.
All right, let's see them.
So I'm going to pull out the... what am I going to pull out here? The
silver ewer?
The soapstone necklace I'm going to pull out, which is 20 GP. And I'm going to pull out... I'm going to pull out some... what the fuck do I even have? I mean, everything else is actually worth quite a lot.
You're the Well, it's only 25 gold pieces, and it's made.
Yeah,
of
but that's
silver.
quite a lot. Yeah, sure. Yes, the silver ewer. Yeah, so the necklace, the silver ewer with the old wine stains. I'm gonna try and proffer the necklace while I surreptitiously scrub some wine stains from the inside of this silver ewer.
All this and 13,000 silver.
13,000 silver, my man. You
Mhm.
robbed me. You absolutely robbed me. We only have 12,000 silver.
12,000 silver, these, and what else you got?
What else? Feathers? The clothes I stand up in? My god, man, do you seek to fleece people that have just ridded you of the horrific smoke beast that was tethering your cloud? My word, I would get better rates from the lowest scum on the ground. I was heard that things were done better in the sky.
You're not on the ground, are you? So, what else you got?
What else have I got? I'm gonna. What do I have on me at the moment? Actually, I have. No, I've got some other stuff on me. I can't remember. Yeah, but I had something else as well as the hat of disguise. I've just forgotten exactly what it was, but I'm gonna have a look.
A different kind of hat, so you can only wear one at a time. I don't remember.
Oh, I have. I have 10 stoppered liquids filled with colored liquid. Now, I don't know whether you remember what those were or whether Bren remembers what those were, but those were from some fucking while ago, and I can't remember what the hell any of them were.
I am inclined to say that those are from... Are you a charlatan? Is your background charlatan?
Yes.
Those are part of your starting gear.
Right.
Because you use those as snake oil to deceive people.
That's exactly what motherfucker's going to do right now.
Okay, what are you selling these as?
Oh, actually... I do remember. I'm going to pull out 3 of them. So how many do I actually have?
10. You had 10.
It says 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out 3. I'm going to pull out a red, a blue, and a green. These, I'm not sure I can part with. But we really are at the very end of what we have available. Eren, do you mind if I... Yes, I suppose I should. These were potions given to me.
We were saying
that is designed to enhance. Pardon, Eren?
We were supposed to be saving them, at least for the battles to come, whether up here or on the ground.
I know, but these I feel would work incredibly well with the Sky Kingdom. They're magic potions. They are designed to enhance the virility and youth of whoever consumes them.
Listen, next time we get down on the ground. And I walk into a whorehouse. How do you expect me to just turn on the lights in there? We're gonna give this stuff away.
I'm sorry, Eren. I'm sorry. You can see how reluctant I am to split with these, but it is, alas, our final piece in the puzzle. Perhaps only 2. Perhaps if I can give you only 2 of the 3.
Roll deception.
Okay. 16. I rolled a 5 again. Bro, I've rolled a 4 and then a 5 on deception. It's a good job I have a plus 11.
I don't think so. All 3.
All 3? Oh, you twist my arm, good sir. You twist my arm.
Listen,
I'm
not getting 11... younger. This lifestyle takes its toll. How do you expect me to function?
So, the necklace, the silver ewer, 11,000 silver, and the 3...
Wait, you said you had 12,000 silver. You said 12.
Oh, 12. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. My bad. 12,000 silver.
How are we going to find an apothecary up here that can...
Eren, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Very well, my man.
I'm supposed to fix it. I can't.
You twist my arm. You twist my arm, but you have a deal.
Trying to fix it. It stares me in the face. This problem. Been working on it. Nothing fixes it but this stuff. Do not tell Thoras.
I shall not. On my word, I shall not tell Thoras. Do we have a deal?
Smith sort of looks left, looks right, takes your hand, snags the potions, stuffs them away without,
Okay, wonderful.
And then you dump out 12,000 silver pieces. Just ding, 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 winner!
Well, listen, Smith, now that I'm unlikely to have many ways to spend my personal time, I dare say I'll be spending some of it waiting for this. How long should I expect for this armor to be prepared?
Well, 3 days, and you're going to spend a lot of it in here doing this so that I can get the proper fit.
Tell you what, make it this, and you have a deal.
Yes, the traditional taunt of the
Ah,
warriors.
Yes.
All right.
All right, then. What is your cunning plan?
My plan is, are we waiting until everybody is asleep? Then is that the idea?
Well, Lysha's running off to try and convince
Eren.
Eren that he's the one who needs to be cleansed.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm happy to wait. My plan is only going to go underway. I'd say like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. kind of time. So I'm just planning to go to bed, nap for a while, and wake up at that time.
Bren, you were going to say something?
I was going to say, does Thoras have to sleep? But actually, I think Thoras would just go to
bed.
I mean, he does require
Yeah.
8 hours of rest, but you don't have to put him to sleep yet. He could do some other stuff if you wanted.
No, it's okay. He goes to bed.
All right.
It's getting an early night.
Yep. And Bren will be working on his Animal Crossing island. Lysha, pitch Eren.
Eren, the end of the world may very well be coming. We've had word of it this evening. One of us, you or I, must be cleansed, and I believe it's you.
Is this some like tantric shit or what? It's like
No,
some,
it's a
like,
ritual.
Does this like come with a book and a pamphlet and like a 3-week long ashram or?
No, it comes with an incredibly involved ceremony and a bathing and a pool.
Oh, you can sponge bathe me anytime as long as you bring grapes to feed me. It's not an issue. But why is this so important now?
Eren, you know the tattoo on your arm?
Yeah, of course. But it's handled. It's taken care of. It's fine. Look. Well, there was that awkward moment where you had to basically trap me inside a lightning bolt and almost killed all of you. But since then,
Right. We are going to the Court of Stars, and you bear the mark of the Destroyer, as far as I understand it. Am I wrong?
I'm the destroyer of maidens. This mark. I had a huge night on the town last time we were in the mill, and I already told you what the tattoo was. Okay, well listen.
Eren,
What do I need to...
it's a ceremony that can only happen once a year, and after the ceremony, you will be the most pure man on this island. Don't you think all of the women here would want to be with you then?
I mean, I haven't been pure since I was 14.
Right, so
that's what life is. Listen, all right. Are there priestesses?
Yes.
Are they scantily clad priestesses?
I don't know.
All right.
Thoras might know.
I'll take a sponge bath with scantily clad priestesses. Let's go. Show me the way. I mean, the hour is late. I'm sure you've made them aware that I'm on my way and that they should have their finest livery.
Allan slips you one of the potions.
Side note: Eren actually thought that they did something and was paying Allan on the side for it because he's dumb. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll need that one. All right, show me the way. Lead on. Are you going to be partaking in this ritual at all?
Me? No,
I
of
was
course.
talking to Lysha.
Well, the point of the ritual is for you to partake in it, not me.
I guess they don't let bald priestesses in anyway. All right, leave me on.
Right. Let's go see DK.
Eren
All right.
just like slams the colored water down his gullet surreptitiously, vial over the shoulder.
Okay. So the two of you go back up as evening sets in and everybody's going about there's some fairy lights on the plazas where the Arai are turning in for the night. Our Kokoro are sort of flitting about, all bundling up in the nest. And you go bother DK for like the 5th time today.
That ritual you remembered. I think we've come to a decision. And when would it be possible to make that happen?
Do you have an hour?
Yes.
Where are the priestesses? Where are the scented candles? Where's the sponge?
It will be coming. Just ignore him. He's the one who needs to be cleansed.
Huldra, do you remember when I said that the ritual requires the shedding of all deceit and dishonesty? You're a terrible example.
You're right. There will be no sponge baths. There will be no scantily clad priestesses, but there will be a cleansing of your soul so that we can avert the end of the world. And don't you want to be a hero?
DKEK can make 2 out of 3 of those things happen.
My man. Eren is appalled at this utter abuse of his trust. And, you know. All right, well, so you're saying that okay, so you think the world is going to end if I don't get in this bath? It's not even a bath, it's a pool. Is it even heated, DK?
I think the world is going
Very
to end
much
if
not.
you arrive at the Court of Stars in your current state.
My current state is thick and luscious. Okay, listen. So how do you know you're not tainted? You're the one that lied to me. You're the deceitful one.
DKEK just nibbles on his talons as he sits there contemplating which of the nearby pieces of wood is enough to beat his head in
Eren?
so he doesn't have to.
Which of the two of us has tried to murder members of our party in the past?
Me.
Right, that's how
Yeah.
I know.
Oh. Eren looks around, thinks back to seeing the crow earlier today. I'm pretty sure I've already taken care of this. You know that.
Well, show me your tattoo.
I show my tattoo. I mean, it's still there. It's, but, now it's more of a fashion statement, People are doing this up in the north all the time now. They have, like, the braids and they have the...
Right, but after, and correct me if I'm wrong, I missed the beginning of this because you didn't tell us until a little bit later. But as you were successfully able to overcome your curse before, didn't parts of the tattoo disappear?
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't mean the whole thing was going to go away. It's
Right.
like, when you might lose your hair, but not your whole
Wait,
skin.
did you say it tingled earlier?
Yeah.
Did he say that? I can't remember if he said that. I don't want to metagame.
I can't remember if he said that.
Whatever. I mean, it felt funny a bit earlier on. Why?
Well, wait. You said you took care of it. What did you mean?
Eren's getting pissed off. He's really hungry. Tell you what, I will bathe in this pool if someone brings me some damn food. And potentially scantily clad priestesses if they are in the locale.
Okay.
No
I'll-
food in the pool.
Be as honest as possible.
About what? What is there to be honest about?
If you
Everything.
are hiding anything, if you have lied or been deceitful towards anyone close to you, anyone that you know,
Define close. Does sleeping with them and then never seeing them again count as close?
interesting theological proposition. Gonna say you're probably fine.
All right. That's fine then.
Just outside of this,
Yes.
I don't want to say anything in case you change your decision making. You shouldn't change your decision making based on what I say. But was Eren aware that the potions had nothing in it?
No.
No.
He actually established that he was suckered in. He thought he was buying virility potions.
Okay.
That's
So
why I drank one on my way here.
I was worried that yeah,
You would have to
never
go
mind.
bust the whole deal open. That would have been valid.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Eren was hoping to bust other things open, but here we are. Now he's jumping in a fucking pool.
Essentially, if in your heart, to yourself, you think that it's dishonesty, that it's a lie, and you bring that with you, then it's a problem. But if you don't believe it's a problem and you bring it with you, either you're a psychopath or you're fine.
All right. I'll jump in the pool.
Okay.
Lysha, you food, me bathing. You bring food, I eat while I bathe.
No, not while you bathe, but after.
Well, I mean, I want to eat now. Why
1
can't you just
hour, Eren. 1 hour.
one whole hour? I just sat on my fucking Todd waiting for this sword to say something to me, which it never did. Now it looks like it has emphysema every time it breathes.
He looks at you like, your sword breathes?
All right, listen, I'm just getting this pool. Fuck this.
All right. They hastily, as you are very much in a hurry, take you through a few quick rites, and then they lead you to a hole in the cloud, like a cave deeper inside the cloud, where the water is absolutely crystal clear. You can barely even see that there is a reflection there. And as you wade into the pool, it is ice cold, incredibly chilly.
I'm
Shrinkage
glad
is
there's no
immediate.
priestesses around, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Eren not liking this. It's fucking cold. What a shit day he's had. I guess he got armor out of this, but outside of this, he's been shit. He doesn't even know why he's doing this, honestly.
1 hour. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. He was a little concerned because obviously, like, you know, his past. While he's never been a dishonest person by definition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the circumstances that had him leave his home were less than ideal.
But it's not like you've lied to that. I like judging you, Mitch. Do you think that Eren's bringing any deceit or dishonesty with him? Because from the outside, I don't think he is.
No, I think he's painfully transparent.
Okay. At the end of that hour, you have no desire, no reason whatsoever to think that you should ever, except maybe an honesty thing. But why the hell do any of you care about bringing Ziva her gold?
Oh, shit.
Whatsoever. It's just madness.
Okay.
Tattoo's totally still there, though.
Fuck!
All right.
Well,
Damn it.
do I get fed, though? I get fed, right? Eren gets
Afterwards.
fed,
Afterwards. You can go in, you can get a bite to eat.
yeah?
And
Like,
then,
so look, the tattoo
You
is
just
still...
removed my only ally for this plan.
Well, fortunately for you, Eren is bonded to you in that plan for other reasons now, so...
True. I made a deal with him.
And Eren tends to keep his promises, so even though he now just has no fucking idea why it even matters, but you know.
did you promise to bring the dragon the gold? Does that one count? I mean, it's not magical anymore, but...
Well, it's true. But it wasn't because he thought that bringing the dragon the gold was necessarily a great thing, it's because he wanted the armor. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't...
Right.
He assumed that they were going to get that anyway, you know what I mean? So
Right,
it wasn't like, he didn't think that...
I'm just saying that you don't feel morally compelled to follow through on bringing the dragon the gold.
No, I only feel morally compelled to follow through with, like, helping him out, but we'll
There you go.
We'll see how that holds up, yeah.
All right, let's... we're getting near... We're actually past our normal end time. I don't want to end it right here. Alan, what is your plan?
Okay, here we fucking go.
This is I put Thoras to bed because I wanted to see this plan in action.
You wanted this to have a chance to succeed.
I have to see it out.
Here's the plan. All right. Quaff and Dekek, bastards. Not going to work with them at all. Not interested. Not interested. Felt them out today. Not interested. Thought Quaff was a little bit standoffish, but Dekek, what an absolute prick. So absolutely no conning him. I scouted out my marks. Let me be very honest there, and they were not suitable. So we're going for Nalri and Leetri. And here's basically the plan. I'm going to lay it out for you.
I need someone to play that little theme they play in Ant-Man right before they launch into the story. The Go ahead.
Here's the plan. We need to travel northwest in order to get to Ziva's Lake. This is going to require some incredible deception. It's not the kind of thing that's going to be normally done. So instead, I'm going to appear to Nalri and Leetri as far as I can make it appear in their dreams, in like a waking dream, and speak to them as the herald from the Court of Stars, telling them that they must go first to deliver these people to Ziva's Lake, otherwise the end of the world will happen. And hopefully that will tie in enough strands that people have been kind of laying from today with like a little layer of truth to it, that the end of the world is coming and that people are inclined to go to Ziva's Lake. And like I've been dropping hints that this herald appeared to me in my dream, that we'll be able to pull this off. But it's still going to require some effort.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
How are you going to look
Joe's
like
microphone
a
is
blonde...
muted.
Give me 1 sec.
What's
But
that?
it's I think his
He's
mic.
having
Did his headset
microphone
broke?
issues.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
wonderful.
How do you expect to look like a blonde, svelte elf?
Good question. I
Wow.
have the spell Alter Self.
Okay.
And Alter
You've
Self.
also
means-
got,
I also have a disguise kit.
How to disguise as
Yeah.
well.
Well,
Yeah,
you've also
I'll-
got Johnny the Wise's hat.
I do. I have a hat of disguise. I have a disguise kit, and I can change my appearance.
All
So I'm
That
going to be
seems redundant,
leveraging
dude.
all three. I'm going to leverage all three. We're going all out on this shindig.
All
Can you
right.
hear me again, Joe?
I can, and it was not the bat signal. We're good.
Okay, good. So what I'm going for here is that I'm gonna I'm gonna have felt out where Nolri and Leetri sleep. So I'm looking for their quarters. I'm
Okay.
gonna follow them if necessary to when they go to bed in order to find out where they sleep.
All right. Leetri sleeps in like where all the warriors sleep. It's sort of a barracks tower.
Oh fuck! It's a fucking barracks. It's an open sleeping area.
It's got no. She has her own room.
Oh, thank the Lord!
But there's guards. So
Okay.
And
All right. We
Nolri,
can get around this.
Nolri, it's sort of a set up like an artist's commune. She also has her own room, but there's Aurai in and out of at all hours, like painting and doing and like singing and
At all hours, painting and singing.
Yeah, well, sometimes you smoke the really good stuff and the muse is with you. It's not like there's a lot of them. Most of them are asleep.
Sleep for 18 hours.
Or you can't sleep for 18 hours.
Is there a lock on either of their doors?
No.
Okay. All right. Here we fucking go then. Here's what we're gonna do. I am first gonna go for General Leetri.
Okay.
I am going to cast invisibility on myself.
All right.
Which allows me to become invisible until the spell ends. It's a 1-hour concentration spell. I am going to use that in order to try and get past the guards. I'm going to look for a change of guard somewhere around the midnight. Not midnight, but like 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. kind of region of the night. And I'm going to look for an opportunity to slip into the room whilst invisible.
Okay, roll perception, unless you have a better skill in mind, to just get a lock on the guards and figure out when that best opportunity to strike is.
Sure. Holy mother of God. My plan begins with a fucking nat 1 perception.
Oh, no.
All right. You have identified the exact perfect moment to strike, under which circumstances absolutely nothing could possibly go wrong.
Wonderful! I think to myself,
As I cast invisibility on myself from a hidden location.
wonderful! I suppose I'll just fucking waltz in, shall I?
I pick my moment and I go for the door.
Okay, roll a stealth check with advantage because you're super invisible.
Oh, I would also say that at this point, I've used my hat of disguise and my disguise kit in order to disguise myself as much as possible as a fair-haired elf that is very sufficiently different to the way that I am. Incredibly beautiful, fair-haired elf is what I'm going for here.
Okay.
Androgynous looking as well.
Okay, roll a disguise kit check with advantage from the hat of disguise.
I actually don't know how I do that. How do I do that?
Well, for now, just it should be in your tools because you are proficient with it.
I have the tool, but I don't really know what to like.
You should be able
do
to
with it,
select
you know?
a tool in your inventory, I think.
What happens if you
Oh.
click?
Equipment,
No, you can
disguise
select
kit.
it under equipment, and if you have it there, but it you
Yeah. It
Like,
says proficiency with
I
this
put it
kit lets you
beyond-
add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to create a visual disguise. So if you want to go by the rules, I guess it's
Yeah.
that.
Wouldn't you use your spellcasting modifier then for that?
No, because it's not a
I
spell.
would say
It's like
performance.
I guess I add
I
plus
will-
3 to.
I will allow it as a performance check. Make a performance check with advantage. We'll call that good.
Now I also have advantage because I have the feat actor. Whenever I am pretending to be another person, I have advantage anyway.
Well, I'm basically running this as a mini skill challenge, so that
Okay.
combination of events, I'm going to give you an automatic success.
Okay,
Wow.
wonderful.
All right.
You look like an elf. I mean, you say you made yourself look what? Androgynous?
Yes, yeah.
But elves are already androgynous. You know?
Yeah, I'm
They
going
are
for a
fairly,
particularly
yeah.
androgynous elf. Shut the fuck up, Thoras. You haven't even interacted with elves that much. I'm a half motherfucking elf.
Those
All
are
right.
bed. All right, murmuring to himself.
All right. Well, maybe to human,
Lysha's like,
elves look
yeah,
androgynous.
Bald elves look androgynous. I get it.
It's true. It's true.
Okay,
That
so
running joke and wow that there's no such thing as a male blood because the male ones look like
yeah.
They don't look male. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going for this door. I'm invisible. I'm going for the door. So what did you want me to do?
Stealth with
check?
advantage. Yes.
With advantage. 19.
Excellent. You're in.
Okay, I'm looking around the room. What do I see?
You see that she is awake and in the middle of her drills. She's practicing. You actually picked the worst possible time because of that natural one that you got.
What a fucking idiot!
What time of night is this?
Got it.
Okay, all right. Can you describe the room to me roughly? I'm looking for a place to hide.
Yes, it's a high tower room with a large open balcony. The bed is very, very wide bed and almost sort of curved, better to accommodate somebody who has to get their wings comfortable at night. There's a mannequin up with a set of battered armor on it that's clearly seen better days. There is a bunch of weapons lined up on the wall. There's some fine paintings and curtains.
This is your element, Josh.
Okay. Interesting. Can you describe the drill that she's going through at the moment?
Sure.
Does it seem like she has already slept? Is the bed ruffled? Is she
Yes.
tired looking? Can you describe that kind of stuff?
It looks like she just woke up recently.
Fuck me.
And she has an incredibly thin, just like razor thin silver blade. And she's practicing. She approaches the mannequin, whips the blade down and under, like, okay, now I'm going to hit this spot in the armor. Now I'm going to hit this spot in the armor. Now I'm going to, I accidentally, tapped the armor instead of going through the gap. Got to do it 10 more times.
Okay. Oh, God, what the fuck do we do here? What a good question. Right.
Pretend to be me and seduce her.
I mean, seriously, if I was doing this, I think I would just wait for another night. But I'm gonna execute it this night because that's boring as fuck to just wait for the perfect opportunity in order to execute a plan like this.
If necessary, we can just, fast play days. We can just let days go by instead of...
That's some boring ass shit, Joe. I ain't about that. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make this shit happen.
All right, here's what we're gonna do.
My end of the world shit sent you over the edge.
Exactly. Okay, I have full belief in myself. So what we're gonna do here is... Holy shit. Why did I go to the general first? Okay. We are going to... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I cast sleep on somebody and it fails, they do not know that I've cast sleep on them.
She's an elf. Elves are immune to sleep.
Oh, elves are immune to sleep anyway. Bollocks. Why didn't I fuck with the Aarakocra?
Because they were dicks.
Damn it, these dickheads. All right, okay. We're just gonna fucking roll for it. We're just gonna go for it. All right, what I'm gonna do is, invisibility is a concentration spell.
Correct.
Am I able to hide out of sight whilst on the balcony?
Yes.
Okay.
There's not a lot of cover out there, so you'd have to either be hanging over it or literally
And it's very dark, yes?
Yes.
Because it's like middle of the fucking night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am going to hide out of sight on the balcony.
Okay.
And cast Alter Self on myself.
Okay.
To literally become a fair-haired elf. I mean, I ain't taking any fucking chances. I not just I am disguised as a fair-haired elf.
You are
I
one.
am a fair-haired, incredibly attractive elf. And I'm going to try and imbue myself kind of like a glow to my skin as well. Almost like when I think of the Fae, I'm going to try and make, when we interact with the Fae, I'm going to try and make myself like a very ethereal Fae-looking kind of version of a fair-haired elf.
Okay.
Not so that I'm copying their features as a race, but in terms of that fairy-like presence.
Yes.
All right. So motherfuckers become that. I am then, whilst hanging off this, now no longer invisible, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to put a starry dark background in front of me that covers the balcony. So like between her and the balcony, the kind of doorway to the balcony, I'm going to make infinitely black with punctured stars. And as much as I can kind of emulate a glowing, like, large star in the middle that would be east in the night sky.
Okay, roll an Arcana or Performance check, whichever is
Okay,
higher.
I mean, I'm definitely rolling a performance check. Do I get advantage because I'm pretending to be somebody else?
No,
As my
because
active
this isn't about the altar self. This is about the
Okay.
starscape.
Right. 17.
Okay.
All right. And I am then gonna...
She stops and like points her blade at the door because obviously she's gonna see that.
Yeah, of course. And as I come out of hiding, I'm going to slowly, elegantly glide through the backdrop that I placed between us and say, "Have no fear, Litri. It is I, the troubadour, the envoy from the Court of Stars. You need not trouble yourself with." I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. All right, I would have rehearsed this before.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Have no fear, Litri. It is I, the troubadour from the Court of Stars. We are aware, of course, of your directions eastwards to seek us out. Do you deny it? I'm going to attempt to put her immediately on the back foot.
Nice. Roll an intimidation check.
Okay. 13.
Okay.
God, my rolls are shite. I've got +8 on intimidation. Rolled another 5.
All right. She tries to turn it back on you. How did you get in here?
You really think that messengers from the Court of Stars use corporeal means?
What do you want?
I seek to bring you a message from Rialta. I am also passing this message on to Nalri, who I believe guides you on this. It is incredibly important that the people that you took with you are deposited en route. The end of the world is nigh, Litri. You must have felt it in the air. The machinations against us are many, and they have an incredible purpose to fulfill before you may enter the Court of Stars. Access will be denied you unless you are able to deposit them in the right place.
Okay.
Like children at a pool.
You accrued 2 failures immediately with your natural 1.
Okay.
You've got 4 successes. I'm going to say if you can land this deception roll,
Okay.
Oh my god.
then it's a good plan.
All right.
But you have 3 failures. If you can't land this deception roll,
And I have advantage, yes, because I have my actor feat.
yes. Yes.
First one's a 25.
Okay.
Yep, 25. 25 and a 17.
Okay. She asks where they need to go.
Now, I didn't ask this previously, but I would have already known. But what the hell's the name of that lake that Siva is at?
The Siolach. It's this giant inland sea. Everyone knows about it. So you can just, if you want, you can just say thereabouts.
Mm.
You can give the coordinates.
They must be taken to the Skjolach.
Ah, yes.
I say in fluent Welsh. They know what they must do there. A mighty being awaits them, and it is, as I've said, the only way that that man will ever enter the Court of Stars.
Shall be done. And your dramatic exit is?
My dramatic exit is to wait a second. Let me take a look at my spell slots again.
Walk through the front door.
No.
All right. I'll be seeing myself out. Thank you.
I am
place.
going to cast invisibility on myself again.
Mhm.
And oh god, wait, actually, did I see a way down from the balcony when I was over there?
Everyone here has wings.
Fucking bollocks. Well, my exit plan then is to say to her, okay, fucking hell. God damn it.
Did you end up taking confusion or dimension door?
I took confusion. I didn't take dimension door.
Unlucky.
You fucking
wow.
idiot. I know. All right. I am going to tell her that she must make preparations immediately. And at that point, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and dispel the starry background behind me.
Mhm.
And I'm going to hope to God that she takes my instruction as literal instruction and doesn't piss about with her drills for the next hour, because I'm only invisible for an hour, and my God, she better get going.
Roll
Does
persuasion.
invisibility have a verbal component?
It does, but I mean,
You can disguise that. That's
whatever
fine.
the verbal component
Okay.
is, I would,
Mm.
say it because she doesn't know magic anyway, so it doesn't matter, right?
All right, give me a persuasion check.
Okay. 23.
Yeah, she gathers her things, walks out past you, past the balcony, calls to her giant eagle, who flies faster than she does,
Oh, motherfucker!
hops on board, and just she's gone. She just flies away.
Okay, as she does this, as she flies away, I'm going to open the door violently
Mhm.
and hide behind it. So what I'm doing is I'm inside the room and I'm going to open the door violently so that as she takes off, the door is opening.
Okay. It's the jet exhaust from the eagle. It knocks that
Exactly.
thing right open.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
Okay.
attempt that's feasible. And I'm just going to wait there to see what the reaction of the guards is. And if they don't immediately run into the room, I'm going to slink out.
They run into the room immediately.
Well, then I attempt to maneuver past them and
Okay.
slink out.
One last stealth roll with advantage for invisibility, and you're free and clear.
22 and a 20.
You get out.
Okay.
Wow.
Holy mother of God, that was effort.
He did it.
I am now going to attempt to do the same for Nalri. Because I don't know if only one will work. So I'm going to make my way over to Nalri's area.
Okay,
while still
you
invisible
see
from the
the
previous
eagle
cast.
flying to Nalri's place.
Well, motherfucker, I guess we're going for plan B. We're going for one of the Aarakocra. We're going for the old Aarakocra. What's her name again? Quaff. We're going for
Are you
Quaff's
kidding?
quarters. No, I'm not kidding. This is my one shot of being able to execute this. I ain't doing it twice.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Go
how
for
many
Quaff's
spells you
quarters.
got left, man?
I've still got quite a number of spells left. I've still got 3 third-level spells and a 4th-level spell to be able to execute this plan.
Okay, break it down for me. Quaff sleeps in the middle of a gigantic nest that most of the Aarakocra all share. It's just packed with feathery bodies all over the place.
He's communally sleeping, motherfucker.
So you're telling me that the other one, Dekek, is also there?
Mhm.
Oh, come the fuck on! Okay.
They're communal people, bro.
Okay, I'm invisible. I see this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, god damn it. Let me think about what suggestion does a second. Do they know if I fail it? No, they don't.
But it will bust your invisibility.
It will, because it's a concentration spell.
Well, any spell casting busts invisibility.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you have to break concentration, right?
Well, no.
But
It's just it's one of the things that invisibility does. Greater invisibility lets you keep spamming spells and attacks and everything.
Ah,
If
yes.
you take,
Yeah.
if you
You're
take
right.
an
You're right.
action while invisible, you become
Yes.
visible.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Sure. So the way that suggestion works is that you can magically influence a creature that I can see within range and can hear and understand me.
Which means it can't be asleep.
Sure. So what we're gonna do is, holy mother of fucking god. Okay. We are going to hide. Oh no, we're gonna hide outside of sight from from specifically from Quaff.
Mm-hmm.
So if this means out of sight from everyone, that's fine. If it means that I can only see a couple of people, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion, my cantrip,
Mm-hmm.
to create the sound of an authoritative summon
Mhm.
in her ear while she's asleep
Mm-hmm.
in order to attempt to wake her up. And the sound is going to be fucking hell. I mean, what should it even be? The pool that we were at previously, that was in a secluded area, yes?
Mhm.
What is the pool called again?
The rain pool.
The rain pool. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell her my minor illusion that I speak to her is using the same voice that I was using for the fair-haired elf, for the Court of Stars messenger. I'm gonna say to her very authoritatively, "Come, Quaff, come, Quaff." Holy.
Oh, okay, right.
Is that
Wait
like
there. I
something about
rethink
Eric,
that.
or-
I rethink that a second. I rethink that.
I'm sure I saw that in the movie.
Okay.
Quaff, the Court of Stars requires you at the rain pool. That's all I'm going to say to her. That's it. That's it.
Hanoi announcement.
Yes, it's a very personal Tannoy announcement to her.
Quaff, please come to the rain pool. Please come to the rain pool. Thank you.
That's what I'm doing. I'm out of sight. That's what I'm casting.
All right. Roll a deception check
Okay.
with advantage for actor.
24.
All right. She wakes up, looks around, starts picking her way through the nest towards Dekek. What do you do?
I allow it to happen, and I slink my way over. Can I? Do you think I can get to the rain pool without having to cast invisibility on myself? Am I sufficiently out of sight of the nest because I was hiding
if you want
anyway?
to stealth through, yeah, if you'd like to, you could do that. Yes.
How far away do you think I am? Like, what is the situation?
So there's this huge nest, and there's bluewood branches above it and below it, sort of supporting it. You're probably at the edge of the nest, so you're probably 40 feet away right now.
And there's no other people that are awake and about in between me
There's
and the
lots
rain
of
pool?
like just movement and shifting, but you can't really now to get to the rain pool. You're gonna have to go through this whole set of branches, climb all the way down to the bottom of the cave or of the rain cloud, and then go into a tunnel.
Okay, let me
It's a
think
bit of a
about
ways.
this.
Bit of
If
a
I
ways.
cast invisibility, and I've already got... Okay, I cast invisibility, then I would need to recast Alter Self to make sure that I was that person. And then I would need to cast invisibility. Yep, no, I'm good. I cast invisibility on myself and make my way over to the rain pool.
You get out of the way just in time as Dekek wakes up, and upon request from Quaff, casts Detect Magic and just scans everything in the area. By that point, you're already out.
Hallelujah.
Oh my
Holy
God.
mother of God. Okay, so I am simply waiting by the rain pool to see if they are there.
Quaff shows up shortly after.
Is Dekek with her?
Roll perception.
Okay. 16.
16. Dekek is lurking nearby, sort of spying, keeping an eye out. obviously trying to hide, but on the lookout.
Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go fucking big dick here. You go big or you go home. That's how things work in this business. So, I am going to... is there some kind of shape-shifting that happens when I cast? So, can you describe to me what would happen when I go from invisible to casting alter self? They're both concentration spells, and so I would presumably appear from the air, but would I appear as myself before I transformed? Or would I appear as the thing that I was transformed into?
I believe the way it works is that you basically get a round of overlap. So you stop concentrating. So when you cast Alter Self, it is not the act of casting a concentration spell that breaks concentration. It is the act of concentrating on a new spell.
To maintain it, right.
To maintain it.
So there is a segment of overlap.
There is a segment of overlap, meaning you'd be invisible, you'd alter self, your invisibility would fall.
Well, then, that is what I'm intending to do. I shall come out of invisibility, casting alter self to become the other, fairhead elf, the same person that I was before. And I'm going to immediately start speaking very authoritatively, saying, Dekek, stop skulking and come out with quaff. This matter involves you both. The Court of Stars has sent me on incredibly urgent business. You two are both attempting to find us. No?
Good. Roll intimidation. Dekek comes out.
Okay. 27.
Huge.
Not bad.
All right. He sits there looking at you through one eye as Quaff also waits for you to speak.
I have already spoken tonight with... Fucking hell, who was it? Leetry?
Yes, it was.
I've already spoken tonight with Leetry and passed this message on to him. But it concerns you two even more, perhaps, than he does. Than her. Fucking hell, Jesus. Pronouns all over the place. Than her. I am the herald of the Court of Stars. Rialta sent me herself to tell you that there is only one way for you to be able to find us. You must first deposit this accursed man that you are traveling with near the Welsh lake that I've again forgotten the name of.
The Welsh lake.
Yeah, the Schlurlach. Yes, yes.
The almighty Sarlacc.
A mystical beast there requires his attention, and he will not pass into the Court of Stars before he has dealt with that business. There is no other way, for the end of the world and its very machinations are on the line. It falls to you to do the right thing here.
Roll deception with advantage.
26.
Damn. And Quaff sort of turns it back on you, asking if you will hear their pleas and protect them from the Fourwind Father, and grant them sanctuary if they do this.
I am merely the herald, Quaff, as you well know. Rialta herself must hear your pleas. I cannot speak for her except for what I have been ordained to tell you. Those pleas and that time will pass. You will find the Court of Stars, but it will take a slight alteration to your path.
One more persuasion roll for all, and an exit strategy for all the biscuits.
Persuasion roll with advantage, a nat 20.
On fire. All right. All I need is an exit strategy.
And my exit strategy... Bro, I don't know whether I have a better exit strategy than just becoming fucking invisible again. So, let me think about this. So I can still cast normal spells whilst in alter self, yes?
Correct.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast my cantrip Minor Illusion, which is like a 5-foot thing, and it's going to be glowing stars that glow brighter and brighter in front of me this time until they are incredibly bright in front of their vision. And as they reach the pinnacle of their brightness, I'm going to cast invisibility instead again at the 3rd level to use up all of my 2nd level and 3rd level slots on this tactic and depart backwards away from them. So I'm moving away as this starry visage is moving towards them. So I'm trying to give the illusion that it's getting bigger and bigger, but actually it's just a 5-foot thing getting closer and closer and increasing in brilliance.
A lot of men have tried that illusion. All right. And then the two of them look at they speak to each other in primordial, which, do you speak that?
No, I do not speak primordial.
I
think I speak common and undercommon and elvish.
And then they take off.
Okay.
What do you do?
I use my visibility to go the fuck to bed. I've done all that can be done.
Okay.
What would you say? What time is it? Can I still get a long rest in here?
Yeah, if you sleep till 11.
Oh, I'm sleeping till fucking 11.
All right. By the time you wake up, everyone else has had time to settle in, have breakfast, and notice that in the morning, the winds have changed. And we will go ahead and call it there for the night. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. That was a fun one.
Wow.
Holy Mother of God. What a plan.
Did it. You pulled it off.
What a plan.
The way it started, I just thought it would be over straight away, honestly. I thought you were just going to get...
I rolled a nat 1 immediately.
I thought you were just going to get kicked off of the balcony, you know, that would be it.
Just give him the This is Sparta and get it.
Yeah.
I've kind of been waiting for the entire of these 2 campaigns in order to use my character properly, though. Like, he is supposed to just deceive people, and I've never found an opportunity to use it properly until tonight.
No, absolutely. Because here's the thing. Last campaign, Johnny says hi from the chat, by the way. Last campaign, every time you tried to pull something, Johnny
would completely boom you.
Yeah.
Just got boomed. And Lysha tries her best to boom me as well because she's just so honest and naive. So I had to do some severe politicking in order to get away with this one.
So it turns out that the strategy was just to let everyone else go to bed and then be degenerate. I mean,
I guess.
that tracks. Oh, fun one. Thank you, everyone, for staying up late with us. Who's on? Do we want to hit anybody?
Don't think anybody is.
Is there nobody streaming that we know?
No, normally it would be
Puckett is
me.
streaming, I think.
Puckett and Golden Boy
Puckett.
are both streaming.
There you go.
Drop on one of them. Let's see here.
Do it to Golden Boy. Puckett doesn't appreciate host.
Oh, really?
Puckett doesn't read host, to be
He
fair.
doesn't read the chat.
He doesn't, yeah.
All right, it's
I
Golden
think it's
Boy for the win, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Golden Boy
Golden Boy,
FTW.
Just make sure. Because last time I tried to do this and he had already, he had just shut down. Dodged.
Yeah, he
I
actually
mean,
might.
I just watched Puckett get Brimstone altered and boom, so I mean that's also quite entertaining.
All right.
Oh, he's playing with Riv.
Well, thank you, chat, for joining us. Thank you for the subs. We've already had 2 big acts of God. I will make sure that they continue to echo into the rest of the session. I think we probably have 2 more on this arc. 2 more episodes. Depending on how long the business with Ziva takes. But peace. Thank you for joining us.